Studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Northman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Northman.
It is a great day to be alive on this Wednesday. Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. My name is Ben Brust. Alongside me, in a comfy, cozy sweatshirt. Stylish.
I was told to dress up for today.
For what?
Well, you didn't listen to Madison Hayes. Maddie Hayes, 24.
Oh, yeah, no, I was repping the gear, station gear. Madison Hayes, 24.
Madison Hayes, 24. Yeah, you were repping the gear. That's why you did that.
I lucked into this one. Brad Nortman, longtime NFL punter, Super Bowl 50 runner-up. Is he dressed up?
This is technically me dressed up, too. I feel like we dressed up all based on our already set style. Kyle,
correct.
I'm a little surprised you didn't go a little bit more elevated, because you guys know I'm sort of the sports casual attire. I didn't wear any logos. I thought that was a step up.
Big step.
Of just going generic and easy on the eyes. Ben's wearing a polo, ESPN Milwaukee. That's totally on brand.
It's on brand.
Kyle, I'm surprised you didn't wear like something a little bit more flash.
I wanted to be hip and cool.
That's hip and cool?
Hell yeah, this hip and cool. Actually, my lady told me to wear this.
Okay. I mean, it looks good.
I know.
It looks really good.
It's got me in it.
Strofe looks like he always does every day. Running the show.
Handsome.
I believe that's a TikTok purchase, correct?
Is that another one?
It's not. I swear.
This is a Target purchase. This is the flannel I wore on me and my girlfriend's first date.
You love flannels.
When you guys
all.
discussed wedding vows.
Wedding vows, politics.
Wait, did you say
finances?
Did you say the fall? Was your first date during the fall?
No, it was the winter more so.
So you said it's a fall while you're wearing flannel, but you wore
Yeah, but flannel is for the fall and winter. Yeah.
Is it?
Oh,
Absolutely.
man. This is right off the rip on the Carbless Talking text line. DJ in the Saw chiming in. Had a pleasure of going to Buck and Honey's great partner for a meet and greet. DJ in the Saw, it was a real pleasure to meet the Benjamin Brust last night at Buck and Honey's in Monona.
Wow.
My wife had 3 observations from our interaction with him. 1, he's more handsome in person.
Yeah.
Wow. 2, he has soft hands.
You do have soft hands.
Is that good or bad?
That's a good thing.
I would never touch his hands. His hands rarely have soap and water.
All right. Thank you,
Do
Kyle.
you wear lotion?
I do not. Only face.
Are they just clammy by nature? Mine are slightly clammy.
She
She said soft.
Yeah, but soft, like a soft.
Isn't clammy
moist
when you
hands.
used to sit in the bath for 20 minutes as a child and they
I
get all
thought clammy is more sweaty.
Yeah, more like moisturized.
No, just very soft.
Okay.
Number 3, he's a bit tiny for a basketball player.
You are short.
What the heck, though?
Tiny is a tough word.
Six-
I didn't like tiny.
Tiny is
6 foot 3/4.
Never want a woman describe me as tiny.
Well, you're shorter than I am.
My baby ain't never called me tiny.
This isn't my baby. This is somebody else's
I
baby.
ain't never had no woman call me tiny neither.
Tiny.
I have
Tiny.
heard a woman say, wish I was a little bit taller.
It says, read into whatever
bumps
you guys
that
would
girl.
like. Well, we're reading into it, or at least I am, DJ. Thanks so much, and it was great meeting you. Please tell Kyle you're not hip after 30.
Oh, that's a lie. There's a lot of hip 30-year-olds.
You wannabe.
I will say-
Get us on the Carbless Talking text line, 800-990-3776. Where lists is more. We're on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. And through 8 games, we know the record. 5-2-1 are the Green Bay Packers. About 9 games to go. So today and tomorrow, we're going to give away some awards, some mid-season awards. We're going to start with the offense. That'll be later on in the program. But we have to start with Evan Cohen, who joins Wilde and Tausch Tuesdays at 9:30. He's on Sportsmanlike every morning across ESPN Radio and on ESPN Wisconsin. He ranks his top 5 teams today who are a hot mess. Packers came in at number 5. Listen to Evan Cohen.
After they lost to the Cleveland Browns, earlier this season. Our buddy, ESPN Wisconsin, former Packer and Badger, Mark Tauscher, he said, and I thought, oh, there's interesting what he's saying. He's like, maybe this is a good thing for them. You get that bad loss out of the way. Everyone was hyping you on unsportsmanlike. They go to the Thursday night football game against the Commanders. They're on the air on Friday morning, and we are hyping that team like crazy. You need a little reset, and that gave them the reset. But I thought it was over. And I understand the Carolina Panthers have a winning record, but do you realize what's happened over the last now few days? They lost to the Panthers. Tucker Kraft, who's their number one weapon, is out for the season, and their next game is against the Philadelphia Eagles. Game on ESPN, Monday Night Football, of course. I'm sorry, for this week and this week only, at 5-2-1, I had no choice but to put the Green Bay Packers on the list.
The list being a hot mess. Are the Green Bay Packers a hot mess? Do they deserve to be on the NFL Top 5 Hot Mess list? From Evan Cohen, 800-990-3776.
Hell yeah, they're a hot mess, and here's why. First of all, when you're a hot mess, two important components. You got to be hot. So it's kind of, there's a kind of a benefit to be on this list. You got to be hot. Mina Kimes has said that this team is certainly hot, kind of like from the movie She's All That, where she accurately said there's a lot of hot characteristics about this team. But when it comes to the mess portion of it, completely nailed it. And honestly, too, it's a mess that you can't necessarily fix with a lot of ease. Tucker Kraft, we already know that. Maybe the hottest part, maybe the hottest attribute of the Green Bay Packers, gone for the season. That's not easy to fix. That can be easy to replace him in any capacity. Not only that, though, the inconsistency, playing down to opponents, up and down, up and down. How do you just change that midseason? You can't. Those kind of things are discipline, execution. Those seeds are sown in the offseason, in training camp. They're developed by the type of guys you have in there and the things that you have done leading up to this point. To say that the Green Bay Packers just over the next 9 weeks can change the culture and change how they approach things, inconsistencies, there is no easy fixes. So not only are they hot, they're smoking hot, but they are a mess, and it's a mess that makeup just can't easily fix.
Yeah, I disagree. The Green Bay Packers are a damn hot mess. The Green Bay Packers are going to be fine. They'll be okay.
What's fine mean,
Because they
though?
only lost 2 games. You know what? I'm telling y'all this right now. Everybody's in a panic. Alex Strofe was talking about the season's over because Kraft is hurt. Now we got Evan Cohen talking about the Green Bay Packers are a hot mess. Brad is sitting here where I'm not worried at all because at the end of the day, the Packers have Luke Musgrave still, who is a receiving threat. Do y'all realize on the one scoring drive the Green Bay Packers had against those Carolina Panthers?
Yeah, that was the key word there.
The one, they had none with Tucker Kraft in, and I'm not taking shots at Tucker Kraft because Tucker Kraft is an elite tight end. But what I'm saying is this, on that one scoring drive, guess what they did? They looked for their tight end and Luke Musgrave, the guy who was filling in, and he had 3 catches for 30 yards on that final drive that the Packers...
Sound the alarm!
But you can make jokes all you want, but when the Green Bay Packers moved to more up-tempo because they had to move the ball and they had to score a touchdown, Luke Musgrave all of a sudden filled the void and filled the role for Tucker Kraft. That's why we should be okay moving forward without Tucker Kraft. Again, it sucks not to have him because he is that dang good, but you got somebody who could fill the void as a receiving threat, and you got other guys around him that will make this okay. But then on top of that, yes, I understand they lost to the Browns, but guess what? They beat the Lions. Y'all told me don't say they beat the Commanders because the Commanders suck, but the Commanders were 1-0 at that point. We didn't know they were going to suck at that point. But the Green Bay Packers, everybody else, they've taken care of business even though they didn't beat the Cowboys. So again, are the Packers inconsistent? Hell yeah, but we should not count them out. They are not a hot mess whatsoever. A team who all of a couple of days ago was the best team in the NFC record-wise is still first place of the NFC North is not a hot mess in the division. Not one team in this division is under 500. We not a hot mess when we on top of that.
But honestly, it's reflective of how hard the journey is going to be because they play 7 times their division.
Cool.
They got if they're losing to the Carolina Panthers, they got to dial it in very quickly.
Not 7-5. His math was off.
5, yes. Yeah. 7 would be playing themselves as well in an inter-squad scrimmage. 5 games will be playing the rest of the...
They 1-0 so far. What are we talking about?
I'm just saying that they're not playing a brand of football that's going to go out there and lead me to give a lot of confidence that they're going to go 4-1.
Again, can you hear? I haven't said anything, and I'm doomed. Brad's trying to talk, and then you don't agree with him, so it's not the right opinion.
It's doom and gloom. We act like the Packers' 2 losses are what they are for the season. What about the 5 wins?
You called Jordan Love elite last week.
So did, and I do it again.
You stand by that Jordan Love is playing elite football.
His play caller and an elite play caller. I'll tell you that much. These
More
dudes ain't getting
excuses.
openings.
It continues to be an
an
excuse.
elite
It was a
quarterback
first
throw.
year, then it was injuries, and now it's his head coach.
Jordan Love, I'm telling you, the next step for Jordan Love is to tell Matt LaFleur, bumps whatever your play call was. We doing this.
Does an elite quarterback throw that ball to Christian Watson?
Yes, I seen Brett Favre make a lot of stupid passes. I seen Brett Favre literally close his eyes and just I seen Brett Favre get super cold in his last game as the Green Bay Packers. That Donald somewhere. Here you go. Threw it right to the Giants. So yes,
You ain't wrong.
elite quarterbacks make passes.
But he was Brett Favre.
And he's Jordan Love. Y'all gonna stop playing on Jordan Love's name. That's what y'all gonna do.
Wow.
You see the world through a lens that is way different than, I believe, Brad and myself. I don't know about you, Strofe. Whose lens do you see it closer through?
Jordan Love is an elite quarterback.
That's my boy. We back.
We defined
Why did you run away from the microphone after you said that? I've never seen someone scurry away so fast in my life.
He's working. He has stuff to do.
Yeah, because you don't want him to talk because he's got no evidence to back it up, just like you have no evidence to back it up.
I'm slapping
other
hands.
than
We
slapping
back.
hands.
We back like two flats on the Cadillac.
Wow.
So 3 catches for 30 yards in a scoring drive for the Green Bay Packers for Luke
When they
Musgrave
needed somebody to step up.
against the Panthers.
Oh, here we go.
Again,
Here we
They're
go.
an average football team, Kyle.
Here we go.
part of what Evan Cohen had talked about was you're playing the Eagles, who are the reigning Super Bowl champions. Are they flawed? Sure. But you know who's shown they're more flawed? The Green Bay Packers and the way they lost those 2 games, 13.5-point favorites against the Carolina Panthers, being up 10-0 with 10 minutes to go against the Cleveland Browns. And we've all scratched our head about Matt LaFleur with play calling, time management, leadership, the penalties. So it's hard for me to sit here and just be like, yeah, it's all great. They're going to be fine. Sure, they might be fine, but fine isn't good enough. Fine doesn't equal more success than you've had the last 2 years after moving on from Aaron Rodgers. For a franchise that hasn't been to a Super Bowl since 2010, they took a huge hit by losing Tucker Kraft, which I believe is close to what Alex Strofe was saying. They didn't say the season was over, but it took a huge hit.
He said no Super Bowl. The season's over.
He did not say that the Super Bowl was over.
Would you like to go on record, Strofe?
We've literally replayed the audio yesterday, so I know he has it saved. Am I right,
No,
Strofe?
he said it on with us. He
What
said
happened
yes.
yesterday is about as bad as it could have been, and if it wasn't Jordan Love or Micah Parsons. I think that's the worst injury that could have occurred outside of those 2 names. The admission from Matt LaFleur last week of, we'd be foolish not to build our offense around him. After, to your point, something that he said for 3 years is we spread the ball around, and last week he finally said, yeah, we're going to build our offense around him. Obviously, they can still win football games, and they can still score points without Tucker Kraft. I'm not
Sounds like
saying
they're gonna
that's
be fine,
impossible,
if
but
you
I
ask
think your
me.
championship hopes dwindled quite a bit.
Dwindled.
Championships
It's an edit. It
dwindled
stopped.
quite a bit.
No, the championship's hopes dwindled.
He said they can't win the Super Bowl.
See, again, I don't know why you're trying to find something that isn't there.
Well, we gonna take that boy was talking for 3 minutes and we heard
Saying
25
that's impossible, but I think your championship hopes dwindled quite a bit.
That was a cut. Quite a bit. That was nobody talk, quite a bit.
Now, again, you're searching for something when we're really just trying. He's trying to make a point of when you lose
He's trying
Tucker
to stay on
Kraft.
your side, Kyle.
Yeah, why are you trying to go against me now?
No,
you
I'm
just
not
said
trying
we were back like 2 flats on a Cadillac.
We are back. But Ben's trying to turn us against each other. Don't buy into that. Don't play that.
You're
clip no more.
yelling at me and saying I said the season was over. I never said that.
He didn't, and I'm literally was saying he didn't say that.
He said the season was over. The way y'all talking says the season's over. The season's not.
Why
over.
are you against everybody?
What is with you right
Because
If you're not
because
with
the-
Kyle's opinion, you're against.
The energy here, we set it up all wrong. Y'all go. The first thing we do today for KBN Nation, we play Evan Cohen from
now?
Unsportsmanlike.
No, the first thing we did today was compliment your sweatshirt.
That's true. Very handsome. But
Short-term memory.
it's very true. But then after that, we played a clip of somebody calling our Green Bay Packers a hot damn mess.
Because they kind of are.
Not
Kind
a
of
hot
are
mess.
right now. Right
Well,
now?
how would you
Right
describe
now.
them?
Right now, they lost the game. Ooh.
Well, Kai, hold on. I want to go back to something Brad said. Which, Brad, I don't know how much experience you have with hot messes, but I think you kind of almost perfectly explained what a hot mess is. In order to be a hot mess, Kyle, you got to be what?
Hot.
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 That's not true.
Or else you're not a hot mess.
That's
Just
not
an
what
ugly
I-
mess.
that's
You're
not-
just a-
They're not an ugly
You're
mess.
just a mess. If
Yeah,
you're
you
not a
don't
hot
even
mess.
get the adjective before you
You would
use
just
the
be
mess.
Strove's
know-
apartment.
Well, that was
Just a mess.
My apartment's very clean. Thank
I
you
don't
very
want to
much.
get into the semantics of it because the sports talk. I just want y'all to know I don't think only hot people are a hot mess.
Okay, but Kyle,
You are doing the semantics of it then.
I'm willing to get into the semantics. I'm just saying we could get at a point in 3 or 4 weeks where we're looking at the Packers and we go, damn, they're hot. They got a little Botox. They got their hair colored. all of a sudden they're just hot now. Right now, they're a little bit of a mess.
Went shopping, new outfit.
I would say they're hot, but right now, you know, things aren't going their way. We all had bad days. It was a bad day. We not a mess, though. A mess is just a
You got
disaster.
to admit there's a little bit of drama. They're hot, but there might be a little spice behind that.
Oh, boy.
Behind
Packers,
those words.
I need y'all to win on Monday. I don't know why I'm looking up to God. God ain't the Packers. Packers, I need y'all to win on Monday to shut everybody up, to get all this down. Because all it was, last Sunday, it was, the Packers are this, the game, oh, my goodness. And now all of a sudden they lose to the Carolina Panthers. Now they're a damn hot mess.
Dave from Aaron chimes in. Kyle, you're acting out right now. That's what you're doing.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying.
Again, this was
The
another
sky
example.
is not falling, KBN.
This was another example of Kyle literally arguing with himself when Strofe was actually on his side, and then he didn't want him to be on his side. It was very weird.
I'll be honest, too. If they win on Monday night, that would be the perfect. They would even be. I'd be more convinced they're a hot mess.
Correct.
Only a hot mess would lose at home to the Carolina Panthers and then beat the Philadelphia Eagles at home. That's the definition of a hot mess.
Correct.
So you want them to win. That would just help our argument even more.
I'm with
They're
Brad.
a hot mess.
He's got nothing. He's got nothing.
I have so much stuff, but I'm going back to my childhood being called a hot mess. And let me tell you, it was because
You were called a hot mess?
Yeah,
I think we scratched a little bit of a scab
I'll
here.
call it a hot mess because, listen, you're smart, but like your homework assignment, like you got it stuffed in your backpack instead of in your folder, your shoes untied. Like, get it together. You're a hot mess right now.
JB and the V chimes in. Kyle's Packers takes are a hot mess. 800-990-3776. That's the Carbless talking text
So
line.
you're saying I'm hot, huh?
That's what JB and the V is saying. You're a hot mess with your Packers takes. We'll continue on discussing the Green Bay Packers. No semantics if they're a hot mess or not, but they're definitely hot and they're definitely a mess. We can keep those separate if you want, Kyle. More next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman.
We were going to extend more invites, but I just jumped the gun for some reason at the meeting because I thought I was being like funny and personable, and I just don't know how to read the room. I was like, oh, this guy who doesn't know me is going to think it's hilarious that I'm with Josh, and I'm saying, hey, Josh, you didn't get the first round invite. Suck it.
In what world would that person find that funny, though?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
The new Piggly Wiggly Pig Points program is here, and earning rewards just got easier. Now you'll earn 10 Pig Points for every $1 you spend, and redeem those points on your favorite products right in the store. It's simple, it's rewarding, and it's all right here at your neighborhood Piggly Wiggly. So shop more, earn more, and save more, only at Piggly Wiggly. Sign up today at shopthepig.com.
Piggly Wiggly, shop the pig.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free, and 36 months of 0% financing plus a bonus $500 off. Restrictions apply. Call 414-410-2000. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
My husband's an animal in bed.
Well, you know.
Not in the fun way. Think warthog. With a chainsaw.
Snoring and sleep apnea affect over 90 million people, and 1 out of 4 couples sleep in separate rooms. Advent can help. We've been Milwaukee's one-stop solution for nasal congestion, snoring, and sleep apnea for over 20 years. Unlike many other practices, we focus exclusively on these conditions, so you get comprehensive care under one roof. Advent's unique approach can help you breathe and sleep better, and many avoid a CPAP. Plus, most insurance is accepted for our effective 20-minute in-office treatments.
Hey, the only animal you want in your bed is your dog.
Advent. Sleep better. Sleep together. Learn how you can improve your life at adventknows.com.
Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats. Now through Wednesday, save on 14.75 to 29.45 ounce selected varieties Culinary Circle Pizza, 2 for $10. 46 to 48 ounce selected varieties Blue Bunny Dairy Dessert, $3.99. 4 to 6 count selected varieties Dan & Light and Fit or Oikos Multi-Pack Yogurt, 2 for $7. Gallon selected varieties Prairie Farms White Milk, $3.99.
I am starving.
Oh, no, never walk into a Century when you're hungry.
Unless it's free sample day. Ooh, oh, pizza, yes. I'd love to try that one.
My husband thinks he can make a meal out of grocery store samples.
We need to wash this down. I think I see someone handing out samples in the liquor department.
Geez, can we focus on our list?
What's this?
It says you can win 2 tickets to Green Bay's home game against Chicago on December 7th.
Or autographed footballs, or a 4-pack of Green Bay Hall of Fame tickets.
You have to enter through Century's Facebook or Instagram.
I'll be entering this on my phone in the deli next to that cheese sample station.
Enter by November 12th.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
With your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, I'm Will Summers. This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week honors go to Homestead Junior quarterback Lee Zortman, who led the Highlanders to a thrilling 27-20 win over West Bend West to clinch the North Shore Conference title. Zortman rushed 13 times for 139 yards and 2 touchdowns, including a 54-yard sprint to the end zone early in the first quarter, but his biggest moment came late, engineering a 10-play, 54-yard drive and finishing it himself with a 1-yard game-winning score with just 1 minute and 38 seconds remaining. With the win, Homestead maintained a perfect 9-0 overall record and a 7-0 conference record. Congratulations to this week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Homestead High School's Lee Zortman.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Love stinks. Love stinks.
He's trying to get under your skin, and it worked. Your eye roll
This
was
is disrespectful. Remember this.
Wow.
Remember this. This is supposed to be a Packer fan. This is what he's doing?
just playing a song to get a reaction out of you. I think that's what a good producer does.
No.
Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Kevin in Sheboygan chimes in. No one in the history of sports talk has been more loud wrong than Kyle Wallace about the Packers. Today it's Jordan Love being elite. Love has been great, on the verge of elite. But shut up, Stroh. Now you're trolling for real. And he hasn't won anything. He's been consistent. He has not been consistent long enough to be elite. He has the potential, not there yet.
How do you pound the table all the time? That hurt my hand.
Well, you don't open hand it. You do the closed fist.
Yeah, closed fist downward.
Practice
Pad
it.
on your hand.
Yeah.
You're a little slow.
Yeah, of course he would be like, blah, blah, blah.
I'm not loud wrong like Kyle.
Get us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Dan Orlovsky is upset with Matt LaFleur. I know a lot of people are upset with Matt LaFleur based off the way the game went on Sunday, but Dan Orlovsky gave his opinion on why he's upset.
I love Matt LaFleur, okay? I feel like we're trending towards a direction where we're too dependent on creativity. Like we'll out-scheme or out-create things for people. Sometimes it is about just going and calling basic plays and out-executing people or out-physicaling people. And there's so much of this, like, look how cool this design is. And I love Matt. He's outstanding. He's an unbelievable coach. But sometimes I'm like, we can just line up and run normal plays occasionally instead of, and I feel like they're too dependent on that.
That was Dan Orlovsky on the Pat McAfee show, and he and Kyle Wallace are not so different because he said, I love Matt twice, and then proceeded to tell Matt everything that he thinks he's doing wrong. And I identify with some of the things that Dan Orlovsky is saying there of like, there just needs to be a little bit more simplicity. Not everything has to be so damn cute.
Yeah, I mean, let your players play. When it comes down to it, that's when guys play at their best. They play free. They play without thinking. And there's a certain level of paralysis that can tend to seep in when guys are thinking too much. I almost wondered that with Jordan Love, right? Because it seems like there are times when he's trying to execute Matt LaFleur's offense maybe too much. And if Matt LaFleur is putting too much in there, then maybe it's just not letting him play and letting his skills go. My concern is there's 2 reasons why Matt LaFleur would be doing this, right? Why is Matt LaFleur overcomplicating things, trying to out-scheme you, trying to be complicated? There's 2 reasons. One is he just doesn't believe in his players that they can win their one-on-one battles. Because if he did, I think the Philadelphia Eagles do that really well, where she's like, and the Lions too, they do some complication stuff, but they just say, I think we can beat you one-on-one. Our O-line, your D-line. our receivers, your D-backs, running game, whatever it is. So either Matt LaFleur doesn't
You're
believe
right. They do line up and say, we're just going to do what we do.
We're just going to do what we do, and you have to try to stop it. Either Matt LaFleur doesn't believe in his players. I don't think that's the case, though. I think this one's the case. He's trying to prove that he is smarter than everybody else, right? Because why would he do that? He does that because that is what he brings to the table. That is why he was hired as the Green Bay Packers head coach. Matt LaFleur resurrect Aaron Rodgers' career, and when that's over, take the baton to the next quarterback and set him up in a way that we can have our third quarterback in a row. And I think that Matt LaFleur knows that when you go down the coach's report card that we've talked about ad nauseum over the last week on this program, his best grade is play calling. So when you do that, when you know that what you are dominant in, what your expertise is in, you lean further into that when things are starting to go a little bit wrong. I think he's doing that. I think he's just trying to prove he is the scheming guy. He is the person that is the creation of brilliant game plan guy, and he's just going overboard with it. Pull it back a little bit. You have nothing more to prove, Matt LaFleur, other than just letting your guys play. I don't think he doesn't believe in his players. I think he feels like he needs to prove something because his image is this offensive mastermind.
Yeah, I'm on the side of he just needs to simplify things. Football ain't about being cute. Football is about being dominant, right? The Detroit Lions, they do some cute stuff, but they also purely dominate people when they do that cute stuff, right? The Green Bay Packers don't just have that dominant gene inside them quite yet, but I think that's because of who their football coach is. Matt LaFleur still seems like...
You said quite yet. Is it possible to develop that after 7 years?
Matt LaFleur may not be able to, but boy, oh boy, I feel like we have some guys on this team that have a little bit of an edge and a personality.
I'm not saying that the team doesn't, but the head coach will be the one that gets that out of him. And if he can't do it, that's the scary part.
Because that's not who he is. I think he still is trying to prove himself, right? When he didn't have a quarterback like the likes of Jordan Love and Aaron Rodgers, what did he do? With Malik Willis, he just simplified things, right? He made it so we were run heavy, use play action fake, and told the quarterback, make smart decisions, don't turn the ball over, because if you don't turn the ball over, that helps us win the football game. It gives the other team's offense less opportunities to score, and that's exactly what he executed. I feel sometimes because of the fact that he understands that Jordan Love has so much immense talent and the potential to do so many things with his arm strength, and he says, all right, well, let's try this, versus saying, you know what, maybe we should just methodically move the ball downfield and take what the defense gives us, versus saying, let's take a big shot. Let's do our big shot play here. That is the biggest issue that I think Matt LaFleur has. He has two talented guys, Brad, at quarterback, which makes for him to try some different things versus focus on let's just getting in the end zone. So it's hard for me to understand how a coach was able to do what he did with Malik Willis, to make Malik Willis look like a competent NFL quarterback, and Malik Willis being more than a game manager, somebody who understood how to, check down here, use my legs here. Don't make a bad pass there. And then we have Jordan Love, who can be magnificent, but he puts Jordan Love in positions where he's not setting him up for success every single play. You can go back through and watch that football game and watch the all-22 over the top. You'll see that Jordan Love wasn't put in a position to succeed every time he dropped back to pass the football, whether it was bad offensive line play or the fact that nobody got open or it was just a bad play call. A lot of that doesn't fall on Jordan Love. We put it on his shoulders, but at the end of the day, if you watch the all-22, if you actually really dig deep, you'll find that a lot of times just it was a bad play call, and Jordan Love has to make the most of it. So the Green Bay Packers need for Matt LaFleur to simplify things and stop trying to get so dang cute.
Yeah, Brad hit it. I mean, when I think about the successful offenses and schemes and coaches that are successful, there's like a plan within the plan within the plan, right? And I feel like right now the plan is to be so cute all the time when there's none of like what football is truly built on, right? Like, we are going to dominate you at this, and it's setting up this. And it speaks to how they weren't able to have success last year with one of the more dominant run games in the NFL. A lot of head coaches, even if changing from an outside style with Aaron Jones to more inside, would be able to find a way to take advantage of the fact that Josh Jacobs was mowing people down, and they never really had that great of a play-action game. And so where is Matt LaFleur from it's the age-old question, culture, identity, who is he? Who does he want to be? Because the way the team looks is it changes. Just like he changes. As you said, he's got an imposter syndrome. He's kind of a chameleon. In this game, we're going to do this. In this game, there needs to just be, this is how we're going to attack teams week in and week out, and then we're going to build off how we are attacking teams. There are no. You talked about the view in the all-22, and you can see the play calls. Yeah, I mean, it speaks to the fact that it's literally behind the line of scrimmage, sideline to sideline, or we're taking a deep shot. There's none of that intermediate game, which I think Jordan Love is actually pretty good at, and that could be the guys aren't winning the one-on-one matchups, or the play caller that's supposed to be scheming guys open aren't getting them open in the spots where Jordan Love can deliver. Because he's talented back there, and when he has time, we know he delivers. And when he doesn't, he does a pretty good job not getting sacked and making some plays.
It just seems like a strange next conclusion for Matt LaFleur. If things aren't going well, let's make it more complicated. If anything, you dial it back and say, let's get back to the basics. Because, the other argument could be, well, the Kansas City Chiefs do a lot of cute stuff. They do a lot of things that are unique. I would say that they do that, though, on the back of doing the basics right? They try to establish the run game. They get Patrick Mahomes easy completions throughout the game, and then they selectively and try to intuitively place these little cute plays throughout. It's not the whole game plan. It's a portion of it. It's a slice of it, but it's not the whole thing. If you sprinkle those in, but you're focusing on how do we establish the run? How do we work run pass off one another? I still feel like to this point, Josh Jacobs in the running game and Jordan Love in the passing game, it feels like two different things.
They're both too capable of doing good things with each other that we haven't seen come together.
We have not seen the running game and the passing game marry one another so that you can use the pass to set up the run and use the run to set up the pass. And I just don't understand why that's the case. It feels like Matt LaFleur's conclusion is then I'm just going to scheme a little bit more as opposed to let's establish the run, let's get easy completions, let's get into a rhythm, and then maybe we get to more.
800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talking text line. Dave from Aaron, I agree, Brad. I mean, he is from this elite Shanahan tree, blah, blah, blah. Quit the cute. They will never see this play coming and just play the damn game. What happened to the slant? That was Green Bay's bread and butter for 30-plus years.
It really was.
And Matthew Golden's a hell of a slant, and Romeo Dobbs. And again,
where is the slant? That's a great question.
But then in addition to
good
that,
old slant.
When the Green Bay Packers were limited and they had to just hand the ball off, they found success with Malik Willis last year. I understand people are loading up the box, but guess what? The Green Bay Packers went against a team last week where they just kept handing the ball off to Rico, and they ran it down our throats, and they were able to pop so many different plays. 40% of the time, he was getting 5 yards every time he touched the ball last week. You can't tell me that the Green Bay Packers offensive line and the Green Bay Packers running back and Josh Jacobs can't do that. That's what we just need to say. You know what? We're going to do this and try to stop us.
The one thing that I'm not going to try to stop doing is stop grabbing a nice cold Carbless, because whenever I kick back, relax, go to the Nortman Estate, I walk down my stairs to the fridge, there is an array of Carbless. I can see it in my mind's eye right now, because everything about Carbless I love, I know, and I trust. There's this push for what is in my food, what is in my drinks. Well, I'll tell you what, within that Carbless can, there is everything I trust. I know the ingredients, and I trust those ingredients. That's because Carbless, it looks for a guilt-free experience. No carbs, no sugars, no gluten, 100 calories per can, and the perfect amount of carbonation. It truly must be tasted to understood how good that is. All the ingredients I know and I trust, and not only that, and there's truly a flavor for everybody and every occasion. Margarita, the original margarita, still probably my OG. So many different margarita varieties, though. The fruit flavors, I'm telling you what. The Tropical Bliss Variety Pack, so unbelievably good. If you haven't tried the orange one of that, oh my goodness, unbelievable. And of course, all the OG flavors, there's just something for everybody. So if you are going through your grocery store today or you're watching the game tonight, go ahead, crack open a Carbless, grab it at the local grocery store, and experience why less is more with Carbless.
Is LaFleur coaching for his job? That's what I have here on the Carbless Talking text line. We'll hit that next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman.
800-990-3776. Say that again.
What a radio pro.
He's so...
Say that again. Nobody said a word. On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at more than 25 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that's Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
Well, no action at Tuesday's trade deadline in the NFL, but the Packers still in first place of the NFC North at 5-2-1 following last weekend's loss to the Carolina Panthers. As the Packers get get ready to host the Philadelphia Eagles on Monday Night Football. Head coach Matt LaFleur says there's still a lot of football left to be played.
The reality is we're 5-2-1 with 10 games remaining and everything right out in front of us. So that's the mindset, that's the approach, and that's what we're going to do.
Despite 2 bad losses so far this season, the Packers still 2.5-point favorites Monday night at Lambeau Field. I'm Alex Stroh.
This has been your Green and Gold Fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
Concerned about fraud? Tri-City's got your back. Use debit card alerts. Help stop a card hack. You'll get notified when your card's being used so you can prevent your account from abuse. Tri-City National Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome to Jackpot Land, this fall at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Play your favorite games with your Potawatomi Rewards card all fall to win your share of thousands in prizes each month. And earn entries into the big December Jackpot Land prize drawings. Your October, November, and December entries all count. Win thousands in cash or reward play. Welcome to Jackpot Land, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit!
Are you constantly repeating yourself but she's not following your directions?
Sit! Sit!
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
Something exciting is happening at St. Kate the Arts Hotel. On the second floor, you'll find the Studio Kitchen and Cocktails, Milwaukee's destination for bold flavors, fresh sushi, seasonal entrees, and cocktails crafted with care. Start your day with a breakfast that fuels you, stop in for dinner that sparks conversation, or linger late into the evening with drinks designed to inspire. With flavors and drinks for every mood, the Studio is the perfect place to gather, celebrate, and connect. Be boldly social. The Studio Kitchen and Cocktails, now on the second floor at St. Kate the Arts Hotel.
When it comes to joint replacement, you want the best care available. The Orthopedic Surgery Center in Pewaukee is a leader in joint replacement, offering same-day surgery with advanced technology. Their team of experts specializes in knee, hip, and shoulder replacements, using the latest techniques to minimize pain and recovery time. By choosing them, you're choosing a center focused on providing specialized care tailored to your needs. The team at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin can get you back to what matters, living pain-free.
And their prices are more affordable than urgent care or the ER. And they'll send a full report to your primary care doctor. Why wait at the ER? Walk in to Ortho ASAP for faster, more affordable care.
Total joint replacement. There is a difference. Visit orthowisconsin.com. That's orthowisconsin.com.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel neglected or unloved? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Take this job and shove it. I ain't working here no more.
800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talking text line. Stacy's chiming in. 414. Man, I can see why Rodgers was changing the plays now. Don't fault him. Ben Bruss, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman. I think Rodgers earned that a little bit over more time and equity.
Yeah. It's time for Love to do it now.
I don't know. If Love's changing the plays at the line, that doesn't elicit much confidence in me. I feel good with Rodgers doing it when he's, 20 years in.
20 years in?
What was he, 15 years in? Whatever.
No, I'm saying he was doing it for years.
Way after he won a Super Bowl.
I mean, I'm sure. I can't recall how far
it was
after
basically
Super Bowl he started doing it.
Probably towards the staleness of Mike McCarthy's tenure.
That's true. I was thinking more with Matt LaFleur, but yeah, that's true.
Let's go to Diana McGuanago, 800-990-3776 on the Carbless Talking text line. You're with Kyle Brust and Nortman, Dirty D.
He's
I think he's playing for his job. Him and Goody don't have that great of a relationship, do they?
Who's playing for their job?
Coaching.
Coaching?
LaFleur.
Oh, he's coaching for his job. You think he is?
Yep.
Well, I think that's got to be quantified. Like,
Yep.
Here's yep.
That's what she said. Yep.
Yep. When Matt LaFleur took over, shot out of a cannon, 3 13-win seasons, 2 number 1 seeds, 2 NFC championship games. The 2022 season we know with Aaron Rodgers was a disaster for a plethora of reasons. I don't think that's worth re-legislating, and don't put that one on LaFleur. 2023, they were 3-6. He turned it around, which was wonderful because we all thought it was dead, and they beat the Cowboys. Last year, good season. Lost to the eventual champions. If he loses again in the first round with a new president, is he on the hook? Like, is that it? Because I mean, you're sitting in the NFC North lead right now, but a lot can change, and you have a tougher part of your schedule coming up.
You know, I think about what Barry Alvarez said yesterday from the Barry Alvarez show on Monday night. Now, he was talking about how do you evaluate a coach from an AD perspective of college football. I think it can be used here, though. The question that Barry Alvarez said, is the team getting better or worse or staying the same? And if we're talking about Matt LaFleur, we're talking about him coaching for his job. I think he's got to win a playoff game in order for him to be back in 2026. I'm sure Ed Policy is thinking the same exact thing because he's looking at this, evaluating Brian Gutekunst, evaluating Matt LaFleur. Brian Gutekunst, are you getting better at drafting? Are you getting better at free agency? Are you getting better at trading? I think Brian Gutekunst has provided that he's actually is improving, is maybe changing his ways and making splashes. See Micah Parsons and Matthew Golden. But Matt LaFleur, we're talking about the same issues that we've talked about in previous years. We're talking about potentially the same results if they get to the playoffs and don't win a game. So to me, if Matt LaFleur needs to go to the playoffs and win a playoff game to be back, and more than being back, that would earn him an extension that he's looking for, that Packer fans want him to get. But if he does just the same thing over and over again, which, let's be honest, they were 7 seeds the last couple of years. That didn't even exist 10 years ago. They would have missed the playoffs in those days. He needs to show a level of improvement with a maturing team, with a maturing quarterback that has high, true Super Bowl expectations. That is a minimum bar. Win one playoff game for Matt LaFleur to get that extension. Anything less than that, I think Ed Policy is saying, I think I can do better elsewhere.
Yeah, if Matt LaFleur doesn't win a playoff game this year, he's gone. He legitimately is coaching for his job. If they don't make the playoffs, he's for sure fired. If they make the playoffs and he doesn't win a playoff game, then he has to go. And it's okay. Like I know a lot of people are like, well, he had a winning record. Well, it's not just about winning. At a certain point, you're focused on winning championships. You have to capitalize and take advantage of this opportunity in this window that you have with this Green Bay Packers football team where they have legitimate team to win a Super Bowl. And if Matt LaFleur can't get them over the hump, then you have to find somebody else that can do that. So is he coaching for his job? Absolutely. And it ain't just about making the playoffs. It's about winning a playoff game. If the Packers don't win a playoff game, Matt LaFleur will probably be gone from the Green Bay Packers.
Tom chimes in on the Carbless Talking text line. I think I mentioned this yesterday, but it's always worth reiterating. LaFleur said there are 10 games left in the season. They are 5-2-1. Guess what? There's 9 games. He's rattled for sure. Tom and Racine. Let's go to Marcus in West Bend. You're up on the Carbless Talking text line with Kyle Brust-Nortman. If LaFleur doesn't win a playoff game, is he out of here?
I don't think so, but obviously it seems like people have made up their minds. And on Monday, Kyle said that there was a bunch of assistant coaches and coaches out there that could get at the Packers where they want to be, but could he list some of them? Because I don't know what coach would be out there that could replace LaFleur and get instant success.
I mean, when you think about it, there's a new coach that comes up all the time in the NFL. You look at the Indianapolis Colts with Shane Steichen, I believe his name is. Steichen. I mean, 2 years ago, you would have thought, oh, is there a coach that can get them to 7-2? Like, there's always an up-and-coming coach. DeMeco Ryans, what he's been able to do down with the Texans.
Give me Joe Brady, by the way.
I would say Joe Brady, offensive coordinator for the Buffalo Bills. He's seemed a way to get the most out of Josh Allen.
National champ.
Yeah, I mean,
What about something the Badgers should have done but didn't do, and that's
Mike McCarthy?
No. Oh, well done. Promote their defensive coordinator. What about Jeff Hafley?
No. I wouldn't do that.
Really?
No, I wouldn't promote Jeff Hafley. Absolutely.
You just want a
not.
clean slate?
Here's the thing, though. The Packers are going to win the Super Bowl, so
You're in a weird, goofy drop-in mood.
I am.
Roller coaster ride back there this week, Strophy. Absolute roller coaster ride. We just heard the audio of him saying the championship window or
dwindling.
Dwindling.
Championship hopes are dwindling after Tucker Kraft tore his ACL.
And now we're saying winning the Super Bowl.
I'm gonna go back and listen. He definitely said they weren't gonna win the Super Bowl. Y'all let that edit.
Ryan chimes in. He wouldn't extend Matt LaFleur unless he makes the Super Bowl.
Oh,
wow, that's a high standard.
Ryan, Packers are like the Steelers, happy with a winning record, nothing else.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if it was us as fans, Mike Tomlin would have been fired too.
But Mike Tomlin's won a Super Bowl,
and he's never
with
finished under 500, which is.
Let's get to Scott in Middleton. Scott, bring the heat. What do you got on the Carbless Talking text line?
Hey guys, the NFL is a bottom line business, right? Bottom line business. Even though LaFleur is very highly regarded, I think we can all say that he's probably in the top third of NFL coaches. He has not won a championship yet. And I think, like you guys said before, there are always other options. There's always a young up-and-comer. There's always some hot coordinator, someone else that they can find. So I would say yes. If he does not win a playoff game, he is likely out.
Yeah, I think that's fair. They're also, and I'm glad Ron texts us in because you always got to look on is the grass greener on the other side. I don't know about if there's far more coaches, but he says there are coaches that come up and suck as well.
I think it's far more.
And I also say, too.
But it's about the situation you're coming into. There's a lot of coaches that come up and take new jobs, and then they end up in a situation where they don't have a quarterback or an infrastructure or anything. You're saying you get Jordan Love and Micah Parsons.
It's a highly sought-after job.
Serious drop-in, although my drop-ins haven't been very serious.
Okay, I'm glad you have to qualify your drop-ins now.
Middle of the week, hump day, feel a little weird. We'll see. Anyway, serious drop-in. Serious drop-in. So,
going there.
Here's the thing with LaFleur is, and I said this earlier in the year when things were starting to turn around, it was after the Cleveland loss. If the Packers were to move on from Matt LaFleur, I think probably 16 to 20 teams would line up and say he's better than the guy we have right now at this very moment. The other part of this is, with LaFleur, is he still deserves credit for what he did in 23. You talk about the situation now, Jordan Love and Micah Parsons. He had a roster that nobody knew anything about, and he won a playoff game with them. So it's not like it's not somewhere in there for Matt LaFleur, somewhere in the noggin, somewhere in the heart. It just isn't clicking this year.
You just lost to a team with the Carolina Panthers with Dave Canales. Yeah, look what he was able to do. He was able to game plan with a team that was of lesser talent and come to Green Bay and win. And he was known as an offensive mind before he got there. And, I mean, Bryce Young ain't good. So, I mean, I'm just saying there's other guys out there. Just because he's the guy we have doesn't mean he's the best guy out there. You just get so comfortable with what you have because you're okay with it being, status quo. So that's what that comes down to. But you know who isn't status quo, but who has a long tradition in the community? American Family Insurance. And if you're looking for homeowners insurance or car insurance, or you're looking to bundle it all to save up to 25% or more, then you should go to amfam.com, because at amfam.com, and when you work with American Family Insurance, you realize that life is better when you have a home and auto policy with American Family Insurance. That's because they're always there to protect your dreams, from hosting a family reunion in a new home or to taking your family on a road trip in a new minivan. It feels good to know that you are protected. Whether a hailstorm comes or something happens, because accidents do happen, it's good to know that you have homeowners insurance or car insurance like American Family Insurance, who will protect you. So always know, insure carefully, and dream fearlessly with American Family Insurance. Visit amfam.com today to find an agent near you or to get an instant quote online. That's amfam.com today.
Brad Nortman is going to give away some awards at 3 o'clock.
That is our ceremony host, MC, celebrity MC, like he was a couple weeks ago for Bank 5-9. Brad Nortman to you.
Now, not all these awards are going to be like, hey, you want to bring this award home.
No.
So I want to at least set everyone up to know what to expect on the other side. It's Kyle Brust Nortman. Don't go anywhere. We're giving away awards. Some you want, some you don't. Next.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman.
Do you think?
Nope.
on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
You know what goes great with the delicious taste of victory? The superior taste of a Michelob Ultra. Just 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. Join me, Will Summers, in the ESPN Milwaukee Street Team this Friday at Bullwinkle's in Brookfield as the Bucks take on Chicago at 7 p.m. We'll have prizes, ice-cold Michelob Ultra, and a chance for you to win a pair of Ultra Club Bucks Suite tickets for a game later this season. Michelob Ultra, the official beer sponsor of your Milwaukee Bucks. Also enjoy Michelob Ultra at 3rd Street Market Hall in downtown Milwaukee, Club Paragon in Greenfield, and Deer Camp in Milwaukee.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats.
Now through Wednesday, save on 14.75 to 29.45 ounce selected varieties Culinary Circle Pizza, 2 for $10. 46 to 48 ounce selected varieties Blue Bunny Dairy Dessert, $3.99. 4 to 6 count selected varieties Dan & Light and Fit or Oikos Multi-Pack Yogurt, 2 for $7. Gallon selected varieties Prairie Farms White Milk, $3.99.
I am starving.
Oh, no. Never walk into a Century when you're hungry.
Unless it's free sample day. Ooh, wow, pizza, yes. I'd love to try that one.
My husband thinks he can make a meal out of grocery store samples.
Need to wash this down. I think I see someone handing out samples in the liquor department.
Geez, can we focus on our list?
What's this?
It says you can win 2 tickets to Green Bay's home game against Chicago on December 7th.
Or autographed footballs, or a 4-pack of Green Bay Hall of Fame tickets.
You have to enter through Century's Facebook or Instagram.
I'll be entering this on my phone in the deli next to that cheese sample station.
Enter by November 12th.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
With your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, I'm Will Summers. This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week honors go to Homestead Junior quarterback Lee Zortman, who led the Highlanders to a thrilling 27-20 win over West Bend West to clinch the North Shore Conference title. Zortman rushed 13 times for 139 yards and 2 touchdowns, including a 54-yard sprint to the end zone early in the first quarter, but his biggest moment came late, engineering a 10-play, 54-yard drive and finishing it himself with a 1-yard game-winning score with just a minute and 38 seconds remaining. With the win, Homestead maintained a perfect 9-0 overall record and a 7-0 conference record. Congratulations to this week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Homestead High School's Lee Zortman.
Hey, it's Brad Nortman, and when it comes to my home, I want a team that I can trust, and that's Lifetime Home Services. From cleaner air and radon safety to custom closets and electrical work, they do it all under one roof. What I'm most excited about right now is their epoxy floors. They make your garage clean, durable, and organized, with shelving and storage to get everything off the floor. For over 30 years, families have trusted Lifetime Home Services to make their homes safer and better looking. Trusted solution, lifetime results. Schedule today at lifetimehomeservices.com.
Now's the time to plan your total experience getaway to the Island Resort and Casino. With over 450 hotel rooms and a luxurious spa, relax in style before diving into non-stop casino action. Watch your favorite teams on the big screens and enjoy great food and drinks at T. McSee's Sports Bar, or savor top-tier dining at Horizon Steakhouse. Then amp up your night with live music and comedy. Head to where the big game, big wins, and big fun come together. The Island Resort and Casino.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I'm coming to terms with a broken heart. I guess that sometimes good things fall apart.
Before we get to Brad Nortman's award show, this was a weird, sad song in my ear.
Well, yeah, we're talking about LaFleur maybe getting fired. Sometimes good things fall apart.
Your music selections have been trashed today.
I feel like they've been very on
called
theme.
into question?
They've been on theme. The last one was take this job and shove it.
I'm actually not getting at you. I was just making an observation, and next thing you know, Kyle goes, your music sucks.
Yeah, it's not a vibe.
In a segment where you were talking about Jordan Love, I followed up with Love Stinks. Funny. Then you were talking about LaFleur maybe getting fired. I played
If he doesn't win a playoff game, and
funny.
I didn't understand the last one. I was listening.
And now we're talking about LaFleur maybe getting fired, and I said good things fall apart after I was just vouching.
People
for
are turning the station because the music sucks.
Jason and
turning the station because you are flip flopping harder than you've ever flip flopped.
It's
not accurate.
It's. I mean, talking text line speaks for itself. I trust KBN Nation. Jason and Tosa, 800-990-3776. You're up on KBN.
Hey, guys. This is year 7 for Matt LaFleur. Mike Holmgren and Mike McCarthy won their Super Bowls in year 5. Every coach at some point has a shelf life. Vince Lombardi did. Bill Belichick did. I would ask you, if you went around the other 3 teams in the NFC North, I just heard that everyone would want to hire Matt LaFleur. I would bet that Viking fans would rather have O'Connell. Bears fans are pretty pleased with Ben Johnson. And I sure as heck don't think Detroit fans would want Matt LaFleur over Dan Campbell. And I also heard back in 2017, 2018, that we have to really be careful about moving on from Mike McCarthy because, he won a Super Bowl and he's just a great coach and every franchise would want him. Well, that didn't turn out to be true. He had to sit out a year, and he went to be Jerry's yes man for a few years and never really did anything. Matt LaFleur looks like like a deer in the headlights this year. I'm sorry, when you lose as more than a touchdown favorite to the Browns and almost 2 touchdown favorites at home to the Panthers, and you score 10 and 13 points, and offense is supposed to be your area of expertise, I'm ready to move on. It might change, but I like what Brad said. Even if they win on Monday, I don't have any confidence that they'll beat the Giants the following Sunday.
Jason and Tosa, I thought that was very well.
That was well
very
said.
well put. I mean, it's interesting because moving on from McCarthy, and we could all act like we all saw 13-win seasons, 3 seasons in a row coming, but the 28th best offensive coordinator in the league with the offense of the Titans. Now they are the Titans, but that wasn't something we're like, okay.
I was surprised if they were back.
It was, but that's the thing is, again, this is all hypothetical. If with what we've seen from the Packers thus far, do you feel really confident week to week right now? No, you don't know what you're going to get. That's part of the story. Can he win a playoff game? Yeah, he can, but I don't know if you feel confident in it. And if he doesn't, all those things of the way they lost in the way in which they lost, in them being touchdown and 2 touchdown favorites, the 10 points that they were up in 3 minutes to scoring 13 points against the Carolina Panthers, who had been giving up a lot of points in the last couple of weeks. It's so Jekyll and Hyde right now that it's hard to put the pulse on Matt LaFleur, and it's hard to believe in him that through 9 games, as you were talking about Brad, can you change your identity as a team this far into the year after losing your heart and soul as a tight end, Tucker Kraft?
I mean, it's a challenge. The only hope is that Jordan Love just catches fire. And maybe Micah Parsons, too, have your superstars really play like all-pro guys. Because I don't think the foundation of discipline, of avoiding penalties, of being up for whatever your opponent is. I mean, the Packers have no excuse for the losses that they had. Now, again, we have to, tip your cap to them for being the Lions, but I just think that this team, it doesn't look like a Super Bowl championship team. It doesn't feel like they still don't have an identity, and it's very rare. It's very rare for a team to turn themselves around like this without a future Hall of Famer type performance. Because we talk about the Green Bay Packers, right? In 2010, I think they were 8-6, and then they rolled off all the way to win the Super Bowl, right? They had the number 1 defense in the NFL that year, and you have Rodgers, who at that moment pivoted into a Hall of Fame career. So anything short of that, I don't see this team making a big splash in the playoffs because, again, they're down their best player, and there's just too many issues, cracks in the foundation.
And what a weird time to be doing an award show next, by the way.
Yeah, how about that?
Now, I do want to get this on the poll, Strofe, on Twitter at KBN ESPN, because the way our caller laid that out, it was interesting to me. Do you think, and you can help me form this on poll because I trust your brain, do you think that the Vikings, Bears, or Lions would take Matt LaFleur over their current head coach? Because it's hard for me to make an argument right now for any other than the fact that the Bears have had a soft schedule and they're feeling hyped about Ben Johnson. But
hey, they're winning games.
They're winning games, and they haven't known what that's felt like since God knows when. Obviously, O'Connell just got extended, and there's a belief in them, especially after they just went into Detroit and won, and Dan Campbell's Dan Campbell. They believe in him. So I find that fascinating, and I do want to get to these awards because I know Brad and Strofe prepared. Kyle and
I can't wait.
Kyle and I do you know if these are good or bad?
No, I do not.
Why did you say that with a lack of confidence?
When you say good or bad, you mean like
no? Is this performance that you guys put on going to be good or bad?
Oh,
it's going to be amazing.
It's going to be outstanding.
Oh no, we got the guy who did Mr. Irrelevant / Wheel of Strofe, and he says every time it's going to be great. We also have Hear Brad Out today, where he says every time it's going to be great.
This is going to be the best hour of Brad's radio career.
I was going to say the next 30 minutes will be among the most memorable radio segments of any of your lives.
Yeah,
why do you guys set too high of expectations and let us down all the time? We're going to find out if they let us down in 2 minutes.
Home buyers are raving about their experiences with the Citizens Bank mortgage team.
Aaron helped me get pre-approved really fast, like before the open house even started.
I called Devin so many times with questions, and he always answered.
It's more than a mortgage. It's your future. And at Citizens Bank, we make it personal. Learn more at citizensbankwi.bank/mortgage. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender. NMLS 746419.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Hey, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Buying a roof, siding, or windows can feel overwhelming. Hidden costs, confusing contracts. We don't play that game. We educate you so you can decide. And when you know the facts, Infinity Exteriors is the clear choice. Since 1997, we've installed peace of mind with no surprise upcharges, flexible budgets, and immediate financing. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Hey, it's John McGivern here. You know I love Network Health. One of the reasons is that they're local and they understand how important that is. Their exceptional customer service isn't just words on a page. It's what they do. It's what they've always done for over 41 years. Call 833-7-NETWORK today. HMO and POS plans underwritten by Network Health Plan. Compensation has been provided for using this endorsement of Network Health.
Hey, this is Homer. You're listening to the home of Marquette basketball. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Get us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Where's Brad Nortman? I don't know. We'll find out in a second.
Ladies and gentlemen, the show will begin in 1 minute.
That's Alex Strofe running the show. We're giving out some mid-season awards. The 5-2-1 Packers. Some are awards you're going to want to bring home. Some you're probably going to want not next to your mantle. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talkin' text line, and I want you to remember that number because if this flops, I want you to let them know. And if it's good, I want you to let them know too. But if it flops, I really want you to let them know.
Ladies and gentlemen, Please welcome our host for tonight's prestigious and completely made-up ceremony. A man who's given more effort to breaking down the Packers offense than the Packers offense has shown in the last week. A man who never misses a punt or a punchline. The great Brad Nortman.
Oh, wow. What an honor it is to be here with you all tonight. Boy, you look beautiful out there. I see some familiar faces in the crowd. Is that Ben Ben Brust, everybody? Give it a round of applause for Ben Brust. That's exactly right. I see Kyle Wallace, boy, looking sharp as always. Kyle, I see you there. And of course, DJ Strofe in the background. The party's all here.
Strofe.
And all of you KBN Nation to celebrate this critical juncture of the Green Bay Packers season.
You're supposed to roast us when you say our names as a host.
Oh, the roasting will come. The roasting will come via some of these awards that I'm about to give out for the Packers mid-season awards. Let's start with a couple of ones that I just feel like we need to give a nod to. We need to give the Most Valuable Player award of the midseason. Of course, that goes to Tucker Kraft. And a moment of silence, please, for Tucker Kraft. He is certainly in a better place.
What happened?
Thank you very much. Tucker Kraft is indeed in a better place. And on the injury table, probably we're getting that ACL recovered, but he did get
in a better
place. One more time, Romeo.
In a better place.
He is certainly in a better place. But Tucker Kraft, you did earn yourself Offensive MVP for the mid-season awards. Now, finally, before we have a little bit more fun, Most Disappointing Award. That's the run game. The whole cast of characters in the run game, disappointing so far. We're looking at you.
You're bringing up the whole offensive line to the stage?
Yeah, that's right. You all need to accept it. You need to share it and pass that trophy that you're going to go home with. Now, let's have a little fun with these postseasons awards, shall we?
Postseason.
Mid-season. I'm already getting ahead of myself. For the UI award, Brandon McManus. Brandon McManus, stand up. Come and accept your award. Are you UI, Brandon McManus?
I don't know if I can handle Brad saying UI anymore.
There's something going on, Brandon, that we're not entirely sure. Are you injured? Are you not? Do we need a thesaurus walking around with us? What is going on to have you miss what seemingly is chip shot field goals for you? Brandon McManus, please come up to the stage and accept the UI award.
Kicker on kicker. Crime here.
No, I only give out the awards, Kyle. I am only the presenter, if you will. Next up is the Is He Still on the Team award? And that, of course, goes to Dontavian Wicks. Where has Dontavian Wicks been? He has been, he's played in every game so far. Can you believe that? He's never been inactive.
Wait, he's been inactive the last 2 weeks.
Definitely not true.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was hurt.
Okay.
Where's Shane Gillis?
Even before then, he was averaging like 1.5 receptions per game. He's struggling. There is just, he is the guy that we thought would be a stud. The next, maybe Devontae Adams, as Jason Wilde called it.
Those were murmured.
Shades of Devontae Adams. Though, is he still on the team award? Goes to Dontavian Wicks. Okay, next up. The Rube Goldberg Award. Remember the Rube Goldberg Project?
Who the hell is Rube Goldberg?
We don't know Rube Goldberg?
Rube.
Oh,
Isn't
my
that
gosh.
the complicated machine?
Yeah, the Rube Goldberg is when you have these elaborate projects that have multiple steps, and it's complicated, and a ball knocks over this, and a water ball into that. We
He
remember
took us
Rube
back
Goldberg?
to the 1800s.
Yeah, the
early
Rube,
1900s.
The Rube Goldberg Overcomplication Award goes to Matt LaFleur. Matt LaFleur, the Rube Goldberg Award winner. Matt LaFleur is just constantly overthinking, overanalyzing, overproducing, over-scheming. Too many steps. You got to have this person go here, for that person to go there, all to run the ball 4 yards. Let's simplify it, Matt LaFleur. The Rube Goldberg Award goes to Matt LaFleur. Now we've got some honorary awards here in the final phase of the midseason awards.
This is it?
We got 4 honorary awards that are giving out, all with a namesake that is near and dear to our heart. We got the Brad Nortman Oatmeal Award.
Oh,
basic, bland,
Giving
and
out
boring.
To basic, bland, just kind of doing it, but no surprises, no excitement.
I love Lexi.
That goes to Luke Musgrave. Luke Musgrave, just kind of his whole career in this first half, vanilla, not really doing anything special, filling the role.
He's been non-existent.
I love Lexi.
Non-existent. He just
Oatmeal.
He's filling.
Oatmeal's delicious.
Oatmeal, it's just calories. It's just calories for the engine. That's what Luke Musgrave has been. Kind of bland, kind of vanilla. He wins the Oatmeal Award. Perfectly now, the Kyle Wallace Flip Flop Award.
Maybe I'm the problem.
The Kyle Wallace Flip Flop Award goes to the person that you profess your love to. That is Jordan Love. The Flip Flop Award goes to Jordan Love. Sometimes he's hot, sometimes he's cold. Just when you think he's figured it out, he goes to the other side. And just when you think that he couldn't get any worse, he makes a magnificent throw, flip-flopping just like our friend
He will
Kyle
be in that Hall
Wallace.
of Fame talk. Just wait on it, man. Great company.
The Ben Brust Bad Beat Award. It's a combo award given to Brian Gutekunst and Elton Jenkins. He said in the offseason, Elton Jenkins is going to be an all-pro center. All-pro center. What a call. What a way to stamp your move of moving Elton Jenkins to the center position. Goody and Elton Jenkins saying he's going to be all-pro. That's like our old friend Bet saying this bet can't fail in Ben Brust's best bet. But in fact, that bet is failing.
Man, I feel bad for Elton. Got to move back to guard next year on a different team.
He's going to have to. And finally, the Alex Strofe Needs to Bulk Up Award goes to Jordan Morgan. Jordan Morgan is in there getting tossed around, thrown around. He needs to be like Alex Strofe doing push-ups, needing to bulk up, needing to hold his own in the middle there, because there's been too many times that I've seen Jordan Morgan in there taken, tossed, thrown, pressure on Jordan Love. The Alex Strofe Needs to Bulk Up Award goes to Jordan Morgan.
Well, that's embarrassing.
Yes, it is. It's not an award you would like to walk away with.
That's our first round pick, man.
I'm just giving out the awards.
Cooper DeJean would have been nice, huh?
Cooper DeJean would have he would have gotten a nice award.
We wouldn't be an ankle roll away from Bo Melton.
Yeah.
So to recap.
Thank you, Strofe. Is that for me?
So to recap, your evening award winners. Midseason MVP, Tucker Kraft. One more moment of silence, please, for Tucker Kraft. Thank you very much. The disappointing award goes to the run game. The UI award goes to Brandon McManus. Is he still on the team award? Dontavion Wicks. Rube Goldberg award. We're overcomplication. Matt LaFleur. The Brad Nortman Oatmeal Award goes to Luke Musgrave.
I love Lexi.
The Kyle Wallace Flip Flop Award goes to Jordan Love.
Maybe I'm the problem.
The Ben Brust Bad Beat Award goes to Brian Gutekunst and Elton Jenkins. And finally, the Alex Strofe Needs to Bulk Up Award goes to Jordan Morgan. Would everyone who won awards please stand up? One more big round of applause for them this evening.
800-990-3776. Who should host the defensive awards tomorrow?
You got big shoes to fill.
Right now on the Carbos Talking
Big
text
shoes.
line, Brad's getting the business.
Oh, it's probably just some Packer fans that don't want to hear the truth.
Who should host the defensive awards tomorrow? Brad again? Kyle? Or Ben? I want to know who should host the defensive awards because we've only gone offensive here.
Oh, all offense. And a special teams throw in there, a kicker, if you will, with the kicker.
How did you think you did?
I thought that was an A+.
Oh,
I thought that was wonderful.
How did you think you did?
Incredibly produced and accurate and entertaining.
If I was the person organizing the event, I would probably thank you for your services and look for somebody else to do it.
Oh, wow.
Thank you.
That sounds like someone who wants to try his hand.
Yeah, sounds like a volunteer.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I would.
You got to do it now.
Because I'll say this. I had some defensive players on my list.
No. You don't get to go again.
But it sounds like you get to enjoy the defensive side of the ball tomorrow.
I'm just saying it was an attempt, right? Like, you tried. And, everything can't be great. And, maybe punting was your thing.
Oh, wow.
Ben, am I lying?
Could only imagine what the MC event was like now. I wish I was there.
Hello. Welcome.
Hello. You all look great. Thank you.
You all look great out there. Great dresses and suits.
I went to Brookfield Central. I'm Brad Nortman.
Josh and Kenosha are on the Carbos Talking text line. Who's hosting tomorrow?
Well, I have another award. It's called the Jesse Nelson Did Not Do Your Job Well on Your Birthday Award, and that also goes to Jordan Love.
Strope on the hotkeys back there is on fire.
How much fun did you have pressing all those buttons?
Well, at one point, the word overproduced was used during that segment, and I thought he was going to start talking about me.
No, I think you did your job. Okay, now I should open up the door. How about we give away a hoodie? Huh?
Hoodie?
Yeah.
You guys know me, right? I'm all about performance and comfort. You know, I don't step out of my comfort zone. That's exactly why Iron Jock is the perfect fit for me. It's the only gear that I wear, and it's been a great addition to my life because I've been wearing these oversized, old things that I've had from 10 years ago. And now when I play basketball, I have the best stuff underneath my jersey that locks in the sweat. It kills the bacteria. 99% of odor-causing bacteria is gone with their silver and iron technology. It doesn't wash out and it doesn't wear out. So now Iron Jock is introducing the 4 new lightweight hoodies. Whoo! Y'all got some hoodies.
I sure did. I put it on. It's phenomenal.
Awesome. I wore one yesterday.
I wore one on Friday, and I was outside, and I was comfy, and it was
Loose
just
on the neck.
amazing.
Oh, it's so comfortable.
So how about we give somebody a hoodie, huh? Let's go with caller number 7 to win an Iron Jock hoodie. Man. 800-990-3776. That's 800-990-3776. That's caller 7 to win an Iron Jock hoodie. And if you don't win, go to ironjock.com to get your hoodie today. That is ironjock.com. It is fantastic stuff, material that is just like, it feels so smooth on your skin, on your body. So I feel like I could sleep in them, to be honest. 800-990-3776. All right, well, they're full. Good luck next time, which will be soon, by the way. Give away a lot of hoodies. Kyle Brust-Nortman continues next. Here, Brett out. Oh, back-to-back,
This is Kyle Brust-Nortman, KBN.
Well, the dance floor specifically. I'm still sore, man. I dance my booty off.
Well, you don't have muscles. You don't have a booty, so I don't know how you dance that. You ask your back off. Your back.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
With some delays along southbound 41, pretty much from Good Hope Road all the way down past Hampton. Northbound's backed up before Mayfair Road, all the way up past Burleigh. Eastbound 94, we've got a heavy ride from before 84th Street all the way to Hawley Road. The westbound side's backed up from 25th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. More delays then through the Barker Road area all the way past Springdale. Southbound 43, watch for backups from Good Hope Road down to Bender, and then again from Keefe down to about Locust. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, clear and cool, a low of 35. Tomorrow, partly cloudy with rain likely at night, a high of 53. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Stay up to date on the green and gold all season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee. All day, every day. The Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
Goldsmiths are essential to running a jewelry store, but they're extremely hard to find.
Goldsmiths can repair jewelry, set diamonds, resize rings, and create beautiful, one-of-a-kind pieces of custom jewelry.
Most jewelry stores do not have an in-house goldsmith.
But Kessler's has 18 wonderful goldsmiths working in our 9 Kessler stores.
The average Kessler's goldsmith has more than 15 years of full-time experience.
And that's not counting all the apprentice goldsmiths and jewelry designers.
Our goldsmiths repair a lot of jewelry that we did not sell.
Bring us your broken jewelry and we'll bring it back to life.
When you see a woman with an extremely attractive, very distinctive Engagement ring?
You can safely assume that it's a custom-designed, one-of-a-kind ring made by the goldsmiths at Kessler's.
When your relationship is special, you need a special engagement ring.
If you want something that's breathtakingly one of a kind,
come to Kessler's.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Hey, it's Gary Ellison for Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center. Looking to escape the cold or take a midday break? Get your game on at Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center, where it's always golf season. Play more than 2,000 courses, including over 50 right here in Wisconsin. And even that famous course where they hand out green jackets. Top tech simulators, great food, and the best Bloody Marys around. This is your year-round slice of summer. Bays start at just $35 an hour, Monday through Friday. Book your bay today at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
Every great team starts with a strong defense, and the same's true in business. That's why companies trust Trend Micro for cybersecurity. From ransomware to phishing to the most advanced cyber threats, they help protect your network, your data, and your people. With over 35 years of expertise, Trend Micro has built a defensive playbook trusted by enterprises worldwide. Your business works too hard to get blindsided. Go to trendmicro.com and see how enterprise security is done right. That's trendmicro.com.
Catholic Memorial Football lives here. The Crusaders are marching to Madison.
Williams Jr., who's straight up the middle with a first down and more.
Catholic Memorial battles Mount Horeb Barneveld in a postseason showdown you can't miss. The drive to win a state title continues, and we've got every snap. Brought to you by R&R Insurance, D&M Accounting and Consulting Services, Curative Care, Home Sealed Exteriors, and Tony Wendorf and Associates. Tune in Friday at 7 on 94.5 ESPN and streaming live video at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Time now for the moment you've all been waiting for, and it's not another award show. It's Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin.
Don't make promises.
Is Hear Brad Out about how to make the award shows better?
Hear Brad Out could be anything.
800-990-3776. A lot of people are wanting Brad back. So, Kyle, you may be off the hook for tomorrow's defensive award shows.
So they like average. Okay.
Brad did say memorable, not good.
That's actually
Brad did great from Jamie/Jaime.
Thanks, Jaime, Jamie.
Christopher's voting for Brad. DB1, of course, Kyle.
Love it.
DB1.
Yep. Long time ago. Almost 20 years since I was a DB1.
In Pop Warner, DB1, Kyle Wallace.
Okay.
Let's get to Hear Brad Out.
They say punters are people too.
Punters are worthy of breaking news.
No, really, that's what they say.
Raising awareness everywhere that punters are people too.
Okay, let's go to it. Time to hear from the punter. Time to hear Brad Out.
All right,
guys.
Man, I nailed it so good that it's going to be hard to top what I did last week.
That's true. That was basically in unison. All right, guys. There's an issue with college sports. We all know what it is. It's probably keeping the Wisconsin Badgers from firing Luke Fickell. It's the coach's buyout. Eye-popping numbers for these coaches' buyouts. I came up with a legitimate fix, I think we can all agree on, to make it make sense for the coach and for the university for the coach's buyout. Here's what it is.
All right, this has to do with money, so usually this goes a good way.
Yeah.
Don't lose us.
No, I won't. Performance-based coaches buyout is what this idea is. Now, there's clauses, like every contract has clauses. There are clauses to how this buyout goes, and it's purely based on performance because, let's be honest, these coaches, they go do a tough job and all that kind of stuff. They deserve some sort of buyout, but not the $25 million that Luke Fickell's promised for doing nothing, or $54 million for Brian Kelly. So I'm proposing several clauses to these coaches' contracts that will create a performance-based way to incentivize and earn your buyout. So let me describe what these clauses are. First of all, it's the game win buyout, of course. You get $1 million for every, if you're power, I'm only talking about Power 4 here, right? Only Power 4. For every conference win or additional Power 4 team you beat. So like if Wisconsin went and played whoever, Vanderbilt, another Power 4 team, you get $1 million for every Power 4 team you build.
Vanderbilt's really good.
Over the course of 3 years. Fill in any Power 4 team. Cal, If you beat another Power 4 team, you earn $1 million. This is taken over the course of 3 years. But there's a cupcake discount. If you beat a non-conference team that's basically a cupcake, it's not Power 4, you only get $250K. So you get $1 million for Power 4.
Jump.
You get $250K for the cupcakes. There's an embarrassment clause. If you lose by 30 or more, you lose $50,000. Oh, sorry, $500,000.
Oh, wow.
$500,000 for an embarrassment
was a lot
clause.
to me.
Yeah, you don't want to get embarrassed.
So wait a
now.
minute, beating the cupcake is worse than losing by 30?
Yeah.
yeah.
If you lose by 30 to Ohio State and Iowa, you're down $1 million. If you beat
Two
Miami of
cupcakes.
Ohio, you only win $250.
2 cupcakes equals it evens out one embarrassment.
Luke Fickell's gonna owe money.
That's right. There is a upset clause. If you beat a top 10 team, you get 3x on that million. You get $3 million for a top 10 upset. You have a rivalry multiplier. Wisconsin, every coach has their one main rivalry. When you beat them, it's 2x. So, for instance, if and when Wisconsin were to beat Minnesota, they get $2 million.
What do you mean win?
So, win is the important part. Cupcake discount, embarrassment clause, upset clause, and rivalry multiplier. I went and calculated how much that was going to be for Luke Fickell. $8.25 million.
That he owes?
It
feels like that, doesn't it?
How?
He's had 4 30-point or more losses. So we've subtracted $2 million from what would have been 10 1/4.
How did he get to 10 1/4 this year?
Well, no, over the course of 3 years.
3 years. Oh.
A trailing 3 years is what I'm going forth with. And here's the reason why it works. First of all, the coaches get something. The schools aren't bankrupted. And if you want more money, you do better.
We've only lost about 34 times?
Yeah.
Huh. Feels like more.
I went back and did Brian Kelly's over the last 3 years because he also got fired.
Got a lot of money.
Brian Kelly. I'm not going to go into the details. He never a 30-point loss, might I add. $20,750,000. So
still a good buyout.
So because he got 10 wins, 9 wins, and so far 5 this year, and he had a couple multipliers for beating top 10 teams. So that's a good buyout that you're earned. But he's not getting $54 million for whatever. But Luke Fickell, in describing basically a tenure that's been
so you
really
get your salary that you signed on for the per year.
Yes.
No matter what, you're the coach, you're doing the
Absolutely.
job. But on the buyout, it's based on your performance of how you did as the head coach.
Yep, over the last 3 years. Because if you were the head coach for 20 years, you can't take 20 years worth of it. It's just over the prior 3 years, which I feel like is a very fair tenure to really grade how the program is doing and to earn it. So you're not left empty-handed, but you are based on incentive.
So what if somebody is in the negative?
Then wherever they go next, they earn money. I guess the only way you'd be...
1 season. So if a coach comes from 1 year, like Deshaun Foster.
These are Power 4.
Deshaun Foster was only at UCLA for 2 seasons.
Well, I think that the qualifier is 3 seasons is based off the buyout.
The only way you can be it is over the last 3 seasons. The only way, I have to go look at him, but you're saying that he lost by 30 by more wins than he had?
I mean, he only coached how many games?
Maybe 10 games, 12 games. He did a whole season, so 12 seasons, 12 games, plus an additional 3 this year.
2 or 3.
You don't have to owe money. You just get fired. You just get fired. That would be a little sick to have to pay back the company.
Yeah.
Or pay back the school.
Oh, well, no. He was 5-7 last year.
Yeah. So you get a little something.
And he was 0-3 this year.
So I think this is a super reasonable, actual way that I think should be implemented in college football because the schools aren't bankrupted. And honestly, too, I think the whole thing with Luke Fickell is they're sort of waiting around. Maybe he does a little bit better. Well, if he starts winning some ball games, it just means more money they're going to have to pay him as he stacks up wins. So it creates a little bit of an incentive, too. If you're going to fire him, just go ahead and fire him because he might earn a little bit more on the back end.
It's interesting. I mean, I
like the performance base. This is a little complicated.
I love the performance base. The problem is I'm a coach. Why would I sign up for that when I know I can get $25 million for a buyout?
Well, the schools need to basically come together and say we're not doing that anymore.
Collusion?
Yeah.
Is that fair? Is that legal?
Is it fair for Brian Kelly and Luke? Is it fair for Luke Fickell to get $25 million for getting fired?
That's what the that's what Wisconsin Badgers foolishly signed on for.
But is it fair?
That's what
sets your program back.
It does. I like the idea, but If a coach says, I'm not going there if you do that
Where
nonsense.
else is he going to go?
Well, everybody has to come together. If Brian Kelly, who's
Something just came across my desk. I heard you didn't take the Wisconsin job. We're really interested in doing performance-based contracts. What you want to come here?
You're gonna tell Brian Kelly that when he went to LSU and he left Notre Dame, you're gonna tell Marcus Freeman that if they're trying to lure him to go to Penn State,
you can only do it if everyone else does it. I'm talking about a seismic shift in
If
college
they're getting
football.
lured somewhere, then they have to pay the buyout. That's usually what happens.
That's true.
They have the money to afford the person that they're getting.
Yeah, I like the idea, but yeah, it's not feasible.
You got to work out a couple of the
kinks.
Yeah,
it was better than your award show.
I liked the embarrassment clause.
Yeah.
So did I deliver on my promise? 30 minutes of the most memorable radio of your lifetime.
You know what, Bradley? For you talking for 30 minutes and Ben and I
been quite a 30 minutes.
Yeah, I bet your voice is. Make sure you get your little machine to moisturize that throat.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad.
Wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't.
But you know what? It's never bad, and should actually host a game show with us.
Ooh, now she would do great.
Gina Della from Pella.
If she was on radio for 30 minutes, it would certainly be the most memorable radio of your life. Or if you're going to do that window and door project, it's going to be the most memorable project of your life. That's because Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin is that go-to solution for those drafty windows, those old doors, and that cold air is coming through. So wait no longer to do the renovation, increase your home value, decrease your energy costs, and take advantage of this deal right now. And in KBN Nation, you know, you've been listening long enough. This deal does not come around often. 0% interest for 72 months. 6 years of 0% interest, all able to enjoy those windows and doors that only Pella can provide, that is custom made, and it is custom to your home in any style, any craftsmanship, any color. Only Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin can deliver on that with 0% interest for 72 months. Get inspired and enjoy Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin at their Experience Center in Brookfield. Visit them at PellaWI.com and schedule your free consultation today to take advantage of that deal.
He's bold, he's bald, he's beautiful. He's Rob Domofsky. He joins us next.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
I'm a tool. My name is Ben Brust, and I'm a tool.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Well, looks like we've got an accident now on the ramp from 175 southbound to 94 eastbound. The right lane is blocked right now with that, so keep that in mind. On westbound 94, we do have delays from 25th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound's backed up from 84th Street to Hawley Road. Southbound 43 backing up just a little bit south of Locust, and then again from Fond du Lac Avenue down through the Marquette. And then on 894 southbound, delays now from Greenfield Avenue all the way down past Beloit Road. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, clear and cool, a low of 35. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, rain likely at night, a high of 53. Weather is brought to you by Fifth Third Bank, custom solutions built around your goals, member FDIC. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee. Why Z-Bart? Because you don't want rust holes in your expensive vehicle. Let Z-Bart keep the rust away with professional rust protection. Only at Z-Bart.
Well, no action at Tuesday's trade deadline in the NFL, but the Packers still in first place of the NFC North at 5-2-1 following last weekend's loss to the Carolina Panthers. As the Packers get ready to host the Philadelphia Eagles on Monday Night Football, head coach Matt LaFleur says there's still a lot of football left to be played.
The reality is we're 5-2-1 with 10 games remaining and everything right out in front of us. So that's the mindset, that's the approach, and that's what we're going to do.
Despite two bad losses so far this season, the Packers still 2.5-point favorites Monday night at Lambeau Field. I'm Alex Stroh.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee.
Do you want your car to shine like a diamond? Then you need Z-Gloss from Z-Bart. Z-Gloss gives you a mirror finish and protects your paint from everything Mother Nature can throw at it with a 10-year guarantee. Visit zbart.com for more information.
At Citizens Bank, We believe banking is more than transactions. It's about being recognized and remembered. It's feeling like you're understood and supported along the way. It's the small stuff that says, we know you. Because when your bank gets you, banking just feels better. Citizens Bank. Bank where you belong. Learn more at citizensbankwi.bank/belong. Citizens Bank is member FDIC.
Host an unforgettable outing and create special memories with your crew at a Milwaukee Bucks game. Groups of 10 or more can score ticket savings, block seating, and take part in special activities on game days. Showcase your team's talents on center court, score a high five from the pros, and more. There are great options for groups of all sizes. Start planning your ultimate Bucks basketball game day experience today at bucks.com/groups. That's bucks.com/groups.
The delicious taste of victory deserves something equally superior. Cheer on your team with Michelob Ultra. At 2.6 carbs and 95 calories, it's a superior, smooth taste worth playing for. Grab a Michelob Ultra Superior Light beer as you cheer your team on. Michelob Ultra, official beer sponsor of the Milwaukee Bucks. Enjoy a Michelob Ultra at Lucky Clover, Milwaukee. Who's on 3rd, Milwaukee? New Berlin Ale House and Copper on King in Milwaukee. Please enjoy responsibly.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
For general contest rules, visit ESPNWisconsinContest.com.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
There are certain organizations that can't get certain positions right. The Bears can't get a quarterback.
Bold, bald, beautiful.
I'm one small, bald man.
ESPN NFL Nation reporter Rob Domofsky.
To me, their window is now wide open.
On Kyle Brust and Nortman.
You heard him. Says the Green Bay Packers window is wide open. He's joining us on Kyle Brust and Nortman. It's ESPN's Rob Domofsky. Rob, what's going on?
Hey, Ben, how are you today?
Doing fantastic. Let me jump right to it because obviously there's been a lot of conversation. It was really interesting listening to you with Homer the other day with Balaga about the 4th and 8 conversation and the personnel that was out there and everything that went into that. But look, Matt LaFleur has been a big topic of conversation. And ultimately, where we've gotten to is just with where they're at, right? And looking at it, it's kind of midway through the season. He said there was 10 games left. There's actually 9. If he does not win a playoff game this year, with Ed Policy in command now, do you think his job would be in jeopardy?
Boy, it's a really good question. And here's the problem. We don't know Ed Policy's leadership style. We don't know what he thinks, right? Like he's new on the job.
He said he didn't want a lame duck coach.
Right. That's where I was going to go. This summer, the only thing we know is we know 2 things. We know Matt LaFleur has this year and next year on his contract. And we know that Ed Policy doesn't want lame duck coaches. So by the power, the power of deduction tells us that this season is what he's going to use to evaluate Matt LaFleur on, right? And because he does not want to go into next season with LaFleur in the last year of his contract. So that would tell me that, yes, it's a critical year for him. Now, what the definition of, you have to win this many games or you have to get to this round of the playoffs in order to get a contract extension, that's hard to say because, what happens if your quarterback gets hurt in the first play of the playoff game or something crazy happens, there's a blown call or a Hail Mary or whatever the case may be. Like it to me, it's more how it looks. And I can take you back to, when they hired Ray Rhodes and he only had the 1 year here. They were 8-8, which obviously wasn't great, but a lot of teams don't fire coaches because they're 8-8. But Ron Wolf, who spent most of the fall scouting colleges, wasn't around a lot during the season, during the week. When the college season ended, around Thanksgiving, and there were no bowl games till, after Christmas at that time, he started to go to practice day in and day out. And he realized he did not like what he saw at practice. Like he did not like the way Ray Rhodes was running things, felt like he didn't have control over the team. Like those are the things that caused him to make the change. Whether they won their last game of the season, I believe, to go 8-8 that year, if I'm not mistaken. So it's not like they finished on a sour note. I think that's more a part of everything than just we lost in this round of the playoffs or we didn't get this far.
Rob, obviously Tucker Kraft's absence leaves a huge void in this offense and this locker room. But I'm curious, what should we expect going forward with Luke Musgrave now as tight end 1?
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to forget, Brad, that Luke Musgrave was drafted higher than Tucker Kraft was. I mean, he was a second-round pick. I think he was like 40-something overall. Kraft was somewhere in the 70s, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, this is a guy who, his rookie training camp, I'm telling you, I don't know that I saw a tight end do the things that he could do athletically probably since Jermichael Finley, and it never panned out. You guys had a bunch of injuries, had some bad luck, had the ruptured spleen, I think it was, or no, lacerated kidney. It was lacerated kidney. Some things that sort of are out of your control. And it wasn't, if you remember, in 2023, it wasn't until I think that Chargers game, which was week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, week like 9, that Tucker Kraft really became a big part of the offense because Musgrave had gotten hurt. So this is a guy that they at one time thought really highly of for whatever reason. He didn't take off. He's not a blocker. Now he's not a guy who you're going to throw a swing pass to and he's going to shove guys out of the way and push guys aside like Tucker Kraft. He doesn't have that kind of power. But man, he's got speed and he's got size and a big catch radius.
I agree with that. But going back to Sunday, Rob, on Sunday, was it Love's performance that was the problem, or was it the play calling by Matt LaFleur that was the problem on Sunday?
You know what? I'm going to say this, Kyle. I think the biggest problem was the way the game started with Savion Williams turning it over in the red zone. That just changed the whole complexion of the game, and then it allowed Carolina to just burn clock and play the way they were going to play. It's a lot easier to dictate the way you're going to play the game when it's either tied or you're ahead. Had the Packers gone up 7-0 there, which, I mean, they were moving the ball right there.
Sure were.
Had they gone up 7-0, I know it's early, but to me it changes the tone of the entire game. I think that, combined with the issues they were having in the red zone, which was a number of things. Play calling, it was Jordan Love not making the right reads, it was a missed field goal by Brandon McManus, it was all that added up. But I still say, Kyle, that if they score on that opening drive, Savion Williams doesn't fumble, I think the game's different.
I agree.
It's almost reminiscent of, in a different way, how it went 7-0 really quick to the Eagles' way when Keyshawn Nixon right away, just from a different scenario here after driving the ball down the field.
What playoff game was it? Was it Mercedes Lewis fumbled in a playoff game when they were driving? Was that the 2021 San Francisco game, if I'm not mistaken?
That sounds right.
Yeah, they're driving early, really moving the ball well, and they fumble. I think it was Mercedes, and they end up losing that game 13-10.
January 2022, yeah.
Rob Domofsky joining us here on Kyle Bruston Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Now, some news that's going around is free agent cornerback Asante Samuel, who had a spinal fusion procedure, is fully cleared. Now, his list is very long here. Going to the Panthers, the Packers tomorrow, Vikings, Niners, Bears, Steelers. So a long process here. But post-trade deadline, do you believe the Packers will be active in that cornerback market trying to find somebody, as we know they're a rolled ankle away from Bo Melton?
I'd be a lot more excited about it if this was 2007 and it was Asante Samuel Sr. coming from the Patriots at the time. I mean, look, they're gonna add somebody, right? And they're gonna continue to add guys. Is there the Super Bowl year they picked up Howard Green, this run-stopping defensive tackle who made a huge difference on their defense. Is there a acquisition out there like that? I mean, maybe, but I think the more telling approach is going to be just how they filled their roster spots this past week. They're going to take guys that have been here on the practice squad. The Josh Wiley, the tight end that's been here with them on the practice squad, just got promoted, signed to the active roster yesterday. Aaron Mosby, same thing. Like, that's their way. That's the Brian Gutekunst way, right?
Rob, a quick question before I give you here, Brad, out. The running game still confounds me. But when Josh Jacobs in it doesn't have quite the same juice as Emmanuel Wilson. Is Josh Jacobs fully healthy, or do teams just basically, respect the run less when Emmanuel Wilson's in?
I think it's a little bit of both. I also would point out, Brad, that Josh Jacobs averaged 5.1 yards a carry on Sunday.
That was better.
I mean, Yeah, I mean, if you can get that out of him and get his carries up to 20, 22, I think you're in a good spot. But I think it's the blocking is an issue too. All the shuffling on the offensive line hasn't helped, and quite frankly, they're just not playing as well on the offensive line this year as they did last year.
All right, Rob, hear Brad out. I'm curious what your thoughts would be on this in the NFL, because NFL salaries for coaches are guaranteed too. These coaches' buyouts in college football is absolutely ridiculous, right? $25 million potentially for Luke Fickell, $54 million for Brian Kelly. I suggest doing performance-based buyouts, right? But with clauses that go up and down based on victory. So obviously, you get a win in a Power 4, you get $1 million. But there's a cupcake discount if there's a non-conference win. It's only $250K. Okay, so it's a little bit less. There are some things that bring it down, though. There's the embarrassment clause. If you lose by 30 points or more, you get subtracted $500,000, $500K. If you upset a top 10 team, you get $3 million, and your rivalry, if you beat them, you get $2 million. Quick calculation: Matt LaFleur would get $8.25 million for that resume, what he's done so far. Brian Kelly will get $20 million, $750,000 over the last 3 seasons. Now, do you like my idea to add a little performance-based incentives for these coaches' buyouts? And what would it look like in the NFL even?
Yeah, I love the idea, Brad, but what coach in their right mind is ever going to agree to that? It's like it's the same reason that the NFL hasn't gone to fully guaranteed contracts, because what team is going to offer that? I mean, the Deshaun Watson contract.
Looks like Cleveland Browns did.
Yeah, right. Deshaun Watson was supposed to change it, and really, has it changed much? No. I mean, like, the whole buyout thing's out of control. I would argue in college sports too that there should be 2 things added to this. One, like firing with cause, right? Like, the problem is, like, losing isn't cause. Like, I don't understand that. Like, if you fire somebody, you don't owe them if they're fired for cause. Well, make losing cause. Like, that should be part of the deal. And then with players, like, if you're going to do that, then to me, you have to add buyouts for NIL and paying players. Like, there's no reason you should be able to go to a school, collect, 800. What did AJ Storr get from Kansas? $800,000 or whatever, and then leave after 1 year. Now they wanted to get rid of him anyway. But my point is, like Chucky Hepburn, for example, at Wisconsin, and Ben, maybe you know this better than me, but I was told the reason he went into the portal so late is he waited for his last payment from his NIL, which was like May 1st, and then went into the portal. Like, that can't. There has to be buyouts for players too, because you shouldn't just be able to leave. I'm all for controlling the financials of this, Brad. I think your idea is great. You show me an agent who would ever let one of their clients agree to that, and I'll show you an agent who doesn't have many clients.
I should have consulted with Rob on this here, Brad.
So is that a yes or a no? Because you basically said it's a great idea, but it's not going to work.
Yeah, because a little collusion, Rob.
The sky. It's a great idea. But I mean, Kramer had a lot of great ideas too, and when he came across the hall to Jerry's apartment, and I'm going to drop a giant ball of oil out of the window, and it didn't work. I mean, it didn't mean it wasn't a good idea.
Wow,
but
Brad Nortman and Cosmo Kramer in the same sentence. Mama, I made it.
Rob, that was great. We appreciate the time. We'll talk to you next week, okay?
All right, guys. Have a good one.
Thanks,
we'll
Rob.
be seeing you.
That's Rob Demovsky, ESPN NFL Nation reporter for the Green Bay Packers. These results are shocking. On Twitter at KBN ESPN, would any of the other NFC North teams take LaFleur over their current head coach? I'll give you those answers and responses on the other side. It's Kyle Bruston-Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin.
This is Kyle Bruston-Nortman.
You know Italian. What do you mean?
You know Italian?
You do know Italian.
You know Italian.
Yeah,
he's right.
Oui, oui.
That's French.
but you had gelato.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Crispy chicken just keeps getting better at Cousin Subs. Try our crispy chicken basket, complete with 3 white meat tenders and a regular fry, a meal made easy. And for the little ones, our kids meal comes with 2 crispy tenders, applesauce, a juice box, and cookie. Just the right size for growing appetites. Made with quality chicken and ready to enjoy in-store, online, or on the app. But hurry, these crispy favorites are only around for a limited time. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
Make the best seat in the house yours. Carbless delivers the handcrafted cocktail experience right to your living room. Bold flavor, no carbs, no sugar, just 100 calories, and all the taste with none of the extra baggage. From kickoff to the final play, Carbless is your game day go-to. Hosting friends, watching with family, or celebrating every big drive, Carbless keeps the good times pouring. So when the game's on the line, make the winning call. Skip the mixing, grab the bliss, and make every seat the best seat in the house. Find Carbless near you at drinkcarbless.com.
Crisp air, cozy sweaters, and a home that's actually ready for fall. Exterior Pros and Baths is giving $3,000 off roofing, siding, windows, or bath remodels this month. Don't let your home be the only thing falling apart this season. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. Exterior Pros and Baths, because your house deserves a little sweater weather too.
Now, we all experience daily struggles, and with so many concerns to be conscious of, breathing should not be one of them. Mark Tauscher here for Advent, and if you're like me and have had snoring issues, sinus problems, or difficulty breathing, then you'll want to meet the team at Advent. The team of Advent specialists have a few simple steps to help evaluate your individual limitations and get you back to breathing well. Since Advent addressed my snoring and nasal breathing issues, I feel great. I've never slept better. My wife, Sarah, is incredibly appreciative. The team of Advent specialists listened to my struggles, found the best solution for me, and customized it to my needs. Take my word for it and go to adventknows.com to learn more about simple solutions to snoring, sleep apnea, and nasal breathing problems. And schedule your appointment today, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
What's better than cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand? Cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand that you got for 10% off. And when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank, you get even more. Like 10% off food and 10% off drinks on game day. Like that ice-cold beer in your hand. Plus 15% off Pro Shop gear. Only with Packers checking. Associated Bank. Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
Now's the time to plan your total experience getaway to the Island Resort and Casino. With over 450 hotel rooms and a luxurious spa, relax in style before diving into non-stop casino action. Watch your favorite teams on the big screens and enjoy great food and drinks at T. McSee Sports Bar, or savor top-tier dining at Horizon Steakhouse. Then amp up your night with live music and comedy. Head to where the big game, big wins, and big fun come together. The Island Resort and Casino.
Kyle Brust-Nortman's Ben Brust here for Grimal and Associates Insurance. They do what anyone with a growing family, like myself, does. Protect what matters most. Grimal and Associates specializes in coverage that's tailored exactly to you. Clients aren't just policies. They're part of their community. Personalized American Family Insurance back service, expert guidance, and genuine commitment. Grimal and Associates focuses on building trusted relationships and providing peace of mind. The same values they've had for over 30 years in the Milwaukee area. Connect with Grimal and Associates at teamgrimal.com.
This is Kyle Brust-Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
For your better tomorrow, head on over to the Princeton Club. They have something for everyone. Weights, cardio, all the equipment, workout classes, personal training. Cleanest health clubs in Wisconsin. They're open 24/7. A lot of them have free childcare with the membership. So make sure you stop in, get a tour. You're going to feel that infectious energy. No goal is too big or too small. You simply just got to get started, because you can have that strong body, that strong mind, and help provide a strong community. So don't wait. Start your better tomorrow at the Princeton Club. Kyle Brust-Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. We have a poll on Twitter at KBN ESPN. As one of our callers, Jason Wauwatosa, is very down on Matt LaFleur right now, as are many after the loss to the Panthers. So we asked this question. Do you think any of the NFC North teams would take Matt LaFleur over their current head coach? They take Matt LaFleur over Dan Campbell, Matt LaFleur over Kevin O'Connell, or Matt LaFleur over Ben Johnson? No, nobody would is leading the way. 69%.
Blowout. That's a route.
Nice. 31% say yes, somebody would. Ross Evan or Evan Ross, 2 first names. I don't think there's an NFC team that would take him over their current head coach.
Oh, wow.
2 first names.
Which one came first?
Yeah. Which one's first?
Is it Evan Ross or Ross Evans?
Ross Evan.
So his name's Ross.
Well, I don't know if I've ever seen the last name Evan.
Evans.
Yeah,
Evan.
I haven't seen an Evan before.
And lots of people in their tag name or username would put last name first.
But who cares?
I'm going to change mine to Bruss Benjamin.
Bruss Benjamin.
Sure, and if somebody just assumed your name was Bruss Benjamin, it'd be like, oh, that's weird, but I don't think they would say 2 first names.
I'm calling this guy out. He's misrepresenting his own name.
You don't know that to be true.
No, you're right, I don't.
The statement that no NFC team would take Matt LaFleur, that's just not true.
That's absolutely crazy.
Ben says as a coordinator or something, but no way would they take him over Johnson, O'Connell, or Dan Campbell.
Now, in the NFC North, I voted that nobody would take him. And I don't think any fan base would. Now, that's not saying that I would. I think I would probably take him over Ben Johnson. I don't think I would do Dan Campbell or Kevin O'Connell, though. I think the Bears fans love Ben Johnson and like what they've done so far. I'm not sure they totally respect Matt LaFleur either. But it doesn't surprise me that no fan base would take him and that the results came out as they do.
Yeah, no, not surprised to me as well. Love the one you're with. That's exactly what a lot of teams feel. And I think when you look at it, everybody's going to say, well, the Packers have underperformed. They haven't been able to win championships. And when you look in the NFC North right now, last season, the Vikings and the Lions both finished better than the Green Bay Packers. And this season, everybody has 5 wins except for the Vikings. And the Vikings
4-4.
And the Vikings beat the Bears and they beat the Lions. So they're undefeated in the division.
Ryan and MKE on the Carbless Talking text line. I'm usually not down on MLF, Matt LaFleur. But the way they have lost games this year and the situational decisions have been bad. Also, the offense seems stale at times. He's got to figure it out soon. Soon. Yeah, well, that's right. Because you're 9 games through the season and you just lost Tucker Kraft for the year. And you play the Eagles, the Broncos, the Lions, the Ravens, and a lot of divisional games on this back end. So we're going to see what Matty Mouse is made of these last 9 games.
Yeah, I feel good about the Packers bouncing back. I mean, obviously the opponent with the Eagles are going to be tough, but the Green Bay Packers have risen to the occasion this year when they had to play opponents that were good football teams or considered good football teams. I know the Steelers, we feel like, or some of us, myself, feel like maybe they're not as good as their record would show, but hell, they just beat the Colts last week and they were able to bounce back and get a big victory. So the Packers have been up to the task against the quote-unquote good opponents they played this year.
Yeah, well, those good opponents are going to be coming more and more down the pike because I felt like since the schedule came out, their first half is a lot easier than their second half.
Well, they're 5-2-1.
And that's okay. And they're going to have to earn the final, 6 wins.
How many wins were you expecting them to have in the first 8 games?
I thought they would at least have 6. I thought they would at least be 6.
Well, I think it's, especially after starting 2-0.
So yeah. If anything, I thought that's where they would stumble. I thought they'd have maybe 1 loss up till this point.
Far from the undefeated team, some thought he was going to.
I had read the stale line. The offenses seem stale at times. What one word would you use to describe Matt LaFleur's offense currently? 800-990-3776. That's going to be in 2 minutes here on Kyle Bruston Nortman on 94.5 ESPN and on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. We do have Jim, Matt, and Molly up next in Madison, the Damn Sports Show in Beaver Dam, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam. But what one word would you use to describe Matt LaFleur's offense? That's next in 2 minutes.
Well, we still have troubles on southbound 894. We have a crash just south of National Avenue. The right lane is blocked with this, so that's making for nasty delays all the way back to the zoo interchange. We've also got a crash eastbound 94 just past, just about at 76th Street. It's off on the right shoulder right now. Looks like it is an open-top semi involved, so that is going to be affecting your ride out of the zoo interchange. Still going to be heavy all the way to Hawley Road. On the westbound side, we got got delays from 25th Street to Mitchell Boulevard, back on the brakes west of the Highway 100 area to the county line, and then again from Calhoun all the way to Brookfield Road. Southbound 41, you got your usual stuff, heading down from Good Hope Road all the way down to about Capitol Drive. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, clear and cool, a low of 35. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, rain likely at night, a high of 53. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
This is Kevin Moret from Mentality. Every day is a silent competition, and with testosterone dropping 1% annually, you're fighting an uphill battle. Your colleagues notice when you lose your edge, your partner senses when your confidence wavers, and without addressing low T, you're set up to fail. No willpower can overcome this hormonal deficit. Mentality's FDA-approved treatments have shown a 30% increase in testosterone levels. Don't let low T define you. Reclaim your power at mentalityhealth.com/radio. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Your path to a degree should fit your life, not the other way around. At Lakeland University, you can personalize every part of your college experience. With a main campus in Sheboygan, evening classes across the state, and flexible online options, you choose how and when you learn. Just graduated high school, changing careers, juggling work and life, they've got options for you. You can even earn credit for experience you already have, or for the work you're doing now, saving time and money. Start customizing your future today at lakeland.edu/ESPN. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman from KBN. Tune into Kyle Bruston Nortman from 2 to 5 every day. WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. The 414 Hour on KBN is brought to you by Siding Unlimited. Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's leader in Pella window installation. Looking for new windows, siding, roof, and doors? Visit them at sidingunlimited.com.
It's the 414 Hour at 4 on KBN.
800-990-3776 is the Carbless talk and text line. We're asking you right now, what is your one word to describe Matt LaFleur's offense? It's Kyle Bruston Nortman, Strofe running the show. 800-990-ESPN. Like I mentioned, Carbless talk and text line. See us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, as this is usually a time, Strofe, where Kyle's camera just decides to go bonkers. It's crazy. This camera's out of control.
It was all because he was gyrating during the 414. The camera decided, I can't show this on YouTube.
AI's taking over. They're like, oh.
That's right. AI made the decision. Protect the eyes of our viewers.
Let's get to, we'll get to the calls and texts in a second. We'll hear from everyone on the panel first. Someone grab the horns?
I'm glad you said horns. There's a reason why I said that.
Because I don't know where your one word's going, but I didn't have horns on the card.
My word is convoluted. Convoluted is how I would describe Matt LaFleur's offense. Now, convoluted on the surface just means like unnecessarily complicated and complex. But I looked at, just so I could be a little more educated for UKBN Nation, convoluted, it is basically a Latin word that means to twist, to coil, to roll up, so it's just complicated. It's all, and then one of the things they use as an example is a ram's horn.
I was gonna say I'm still waiting for the horns part.
It's twisted, it's complicated. It says like intestines or ram's horns. Convoluted, not necessarily a good connotation, but that's what it is. It's unnecessary, complicated. It's convoluted. I think it slows everything down for when you have a number of different weapons and a number of different ways to attack a team. A convoluted offense is complicated. It's twisted. It's not straightforward. I think that actually gets in the way of whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. To me, the word for Matt LaFleur's offense right now, it can get better, and I can remove this adjective. Convoluted is what Matt LaFleur's offense is.
Yeah, for me, the Green Bay Packers offense is disjointed. There hasn't been a moment for the Green Bay Packers, it felt like this season, where the offense has been consistent. So I really feel like the key word for the Green Bay Packers is disjointed. They haven't been coherent. They haven't been clicking on all cylinders throughout the whole season. They had their ups. They had their downs. They had games where you play the Cleveland Browns, and obviously they have a very good defense, and you only scored 13 points. And then you have a game against the Carolina Panthers, which don't have a good defense, and again, you only score 13 points. And then you have games where in the first half against the Steelers, you can't get anything going. In the second half, you just have an explosion of offensive power. And so this has been a very disjointed season. Even the play calling just seems disjointed, where some plays, sometimes you're moving the ball smoothly downfield, and next thing you know, you're stalling out on offense. So far, the reason why we have complained about this Green Bay Packers offense and the lack of consistency is because it has been extremely disjointed, from the play calling to the running game to sometimes the passing game. The Green Bay Packers have been extremely disjointed. That is what I would say the offense has been this year.
Yeah, I'd go with overcomplicated.
Is that
Just
a word?
is.
Is that one word?
I think so.
I think that's one word.
Yeah. Please don't be two words.
At least hyphenated.
Overcomplicated, one word.
All right, overcomplicate.
Look at us using multiple syllable words, too.
Yeah.
Convoluted, disjointed, overcomplicated.
Overcomplicated.
Is that six?
That's a lot.
Is that 6 syllables?
That's a lot of syllables for your boy. That is a lot of syllables. It's overcomplicated. We talked about it. We're too much sideline to sideline, too many bubble screens now. Then it's bubble screen, run, deep pass. Like, it's just... Where is just the bread and butter, as somebody mentioned? Whether it was a slant or not, which it was, a slant that the Green Bay Packers would go to all the time over the last 30 years, what is that one thing that they go to that you can rely on? Because during Aaron Rodgers' tenure, what you could rely on was he was going to find Devontae Adams, which may have been to the detriment of the team later on in the Aaron Rodgers-Devontae Adams tenure, but they were really, really good together, and he had a guy that he could go to that could get open because he was an all-pro talent. You don't have that all-pro talent, and you did have an all-pro talent over the middle who could do a lot of different things for you. The Yak Daddy in Tucker Kraft is no longer with you. So,
wow, you said daddy strong there.
Yak Daddy.
Wow.
The Yak Daddy.
Makes me
shiver a little bit. But again,
shrivel.
Simplify this offense right now. Don't be so like, we got to get this misdirection heading back this way. We need some more north-south on pass plays too. Get a guy, even if it's 6 yards in the middle of a zone, if they're playing soft, take what's there and go for it. And I know the over-the-top stuff is intriguing when you have a Christian Watson and Matthew Golden.
Don't do it.
But you got to, as Kyle said yesterday, be patient with that. Don't force it if it ain't there.
2 games, and Jordan Love is chomping at the bits to say, I'm just going to throw it up there, make something happen, Christian.
Well, and it's interesting, too, because Packers' offense, at least, has tended, at least lately, had more success in the second half than they did the first half. I feel like that's when the script has been thrown out, and they're trying to just get into rhythm and score points quickly. At that point, that's when I feel like Matt LaFleur is just trying to be efficient and trying to roll with it, because there were times when efficient, effective, like you could use that to describe his offense, but I just don't understand why he's not trying to stick with the basics and then let this offense graduate to a more complicated game plan or more complicated set of plays. But convoluted, disjointed, overcomplicated from the get-go, not even just like in the third quarter after we've established some things. First drive, we're doing things that are complicated.
800-990-3776, the Carbless Talk and Text line. Chris in Milwaukee, you're up.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I kind of cheated. I looked up. I got 2 words, really. One's the easy one. I cheated. Vapid. It offers nothing that is stimulating or challenge to the mind. I did some research the other day after I was kind of listening to you guys, and I pulled up a lot of the plays where if you look at the secondary we're going against, it almost seems like half the time these guys know where the receivers are going before we do. And I don't know if he's playing the second where it's basically scared, because it doesn't seem like we do. If he's so good, now I love LaFleur, don't take this the wrong way, but if he's so good, where are any trick? Have you guys seen a trick play in probably 2 years? I mean, I don't think I have.
I've seen a million end arounds, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, there's no imagination at all anymore. And I don't know what happened. It's like I said yesterday to you guys, it's like ever since Reed went down, it's been so bland, toss to the left, tough. I don't even know why they fake the ball before they do it anymore. They all know we're going to do that play and where they're going to go. And I can count how many times the same play, you know? Yeah.
Can you use the word vapid in a sentence for me?
LaFleur looks extremely vapid on the sideline when he looks like he's in a deer in a headlight.
Very good.
I don't know if that's right or not, but we'll give it to Chris. Thank you for the call. Janet chimes in, undisciplined. We have a roller coaster from Tony. We have
undisciplined.
We have Bruni chiming in.
Roller coaster.
Dude's yapping about horns. Buddy, his offense is bleep. Just say it.
Well, I mean, can't say that on the airwaves. Thank you for saying it, though.
You could have said it's just bleep,
Correct,
like he was saying. And some of these, I just can't read.
Do I get a word?
Go ahead, Strofe.
Mercurial.
Mercurial.
Oh, not John either.
Can you explain mercurial, please?
Can you explain mercurial?
No, I can't.
Okay. I couldn't either before I looked it up. Emotionally or performance-wise unpredictable. Can be brilliant one moment and disappointing the next. Similar to volatile.
Volatile.
Volatile?
Volatile. It's just volatile.
Like Voldemort. Volatile.
It's volatile.
You said, what? Wait.
Volatile.
Why? Yeah. Why did you say
volatile?
Volatile.
Volatile.
I guess we're all saying.
No, you set it up to say it the wrong way. Okay, now we're celebrating
Volatile.
uses of words correctly. It's
Volatile.
Volatile.
Vol. You said vol.
Volatile.
Volatile.
No, volatile.
And you started screaming and you were still wrong. John in Milwaukee, you're up
Volatile.
on the Carbless Talk and Text line with KBN.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. How we doing?
Excellent.
Great.
Wonderful.
All right, so a little language lesson for you, meaning connotation. It would inspire me to breathe in, and to encourage, to give life to. And so I would say the Packers offense is uninspiring. There's nothing about that offense that makes you feel like, they're going to do this. I believe in these guys. I admire and respect anybody like our man Kyle who has faith in the team. I just don't have it.
He doesn't
Uninspiring.
have it. He doesn't have it, though. You just celebrated and missed his...
He respects.
Uninspiring.
And then, again, he praises himself and then stops listening to the overall point because he got his pat on the back. Daniel chimes in 262 with lame.
Lame.
He's a
one syllable.
Lame play caller.
Short of a word to get my lady to pronounce it.
What about discombobulated?
Ooh.
That should be fun.
I will say this is with all this negativity. I mean, the team is
discombobulated.
The silver lining, the team's 5-2-1.
That's not what we're talking about, though. We're talking about Matt LaFleur's play calling, and when you see all of these, it doesn't mean they're not 5-2-1.
No,
we know they're 5-2-1, but he's been soft. He's been a bad leader. He is bad at time management and game situation, and he's been underachieving at what his calling card is as an offensive play caller. You yourself said it's embarrassing to see 13 points against the Panthers after what happened to them the past couple weeks. 10 points against the Browns. You've named them. So it's okay. You can still be a Packer backer and acknowledge the things that fans all believe right now.
No, they need to be better. I mean, the offense has been able to score points throughout the season. It's just these 2 games here, they failed to do it. They need to be more consistent. That's what it comes down to. And Matt LaFleur has
more consistent.
Yeah,
I don't know why he went full syllable on us.
Matt LaFleur has all of the ingredients he needs for this football team to be more consistent. You have a lot of wide receivers. You have, you lost Tucker Kraft, but you still have Luke Musgrave, who is known for pass catching, as Rob Dombrowski told us when he joined.
Consistency.
Dang right. You still have a running back that is more than capable, but it is on Matt LaFleur to get the most out of this team. And so we will see how that goes. But again, I said it during hour one, doom and gloom ain't where we need to be. We need to be in the let's see what the heck this team can do and how do they respond.
But how many times are we going to say let's see? We're in 9 games.
They're 5-2-1. So that what they show.
But the 5-2-1 has led them to a point where they've had some bad losses. You yourself are not arguing the fact that they're outside of the top 10 in power rankings, despite the fact that they're leading their own division. That speaks volumes to how they are as a team.
Had an awful loss. The Lions. I mean, when you think of the Lions had a loss to me a good Minnesota Vikings team, well coached team. The quarterback played phenomenal on Sunday.
But it's not about anyone else. It's about the Packers and what you've seen through the 8 games that gives you belief.
Even the teams that like Pittsburgh, they did pretty well in the second half, but Cincinnati, Arizona, you're tying the Cowboys. I mean, they just haven't been. They've been uninspiring. To steal a word from Mark.
They've been brittle, according to Don, which I believe brittle means easily broken.
Yes.
But the thing is that they have not played to a level where they have dominated teams.
Isn't that concerning?
What concerns me the most is the time that they put up 40 points, they let the Cowboys score 40 points too. Like I need to see a dominating performance from this Green Bay Packer team. I thought we were going to see it on Sunday, but unfortunately we did not see that. And now if you see a dominant performance with the schedule coming up, and again, the Giants, they're not good, but they're not awful. They are a competitive football team. If the Packers are able to dominate any of these next teams coming up on their schedule, you should feel good as a Packers fan.
Kyle's being called a flip-flopper by Tyler in the 608. I'm just reading the text. I'm just the messenger.
A lot of texts in there. You pick and choose which ones, huh?
Well, I mean, I could search Kyle for all the texts today and see if there's any good ones. You want? We can do that in the break. I can show you how this works.
I know how KBN Nation feels about me.
Ron in the key.
Oh, hey, Ron.
Sometimes good, mostly bad. You're up.
Tormenting.
In the world. Anyways, legit question, no trap, no nothing. I want you guys.
It's a trap. It's a trap. It smells like a trap.
No, it's not.
Anytime you say trap.
This is like with all due respect, or like when they compliment sandwich.
I mean that's a fair reaction, but it's not right. Okay, I think we've been criticizing each other's takes. I want you guys to each say your opinion of Love and LaFleur, and I'll go first. I don't think Love is anything better than a above average quarterback, and I still think LaFleur is much like quarterbacks. There's only a few great ones, and I've turned the corner. I don't think he's one of them.
All right, thank you, Ron.
What did he ask us to do?
He also wants us to chime in.
Yeah, like you don't tell us what to do, Ron. Thank you for dropping in with your opinion on Jordan Love and Matt LaFleur.
I'll go second. No, I'm kidding.
No, so if you're next, then Brad, then Kyle, then me, then KBN Nation go. Ron started the topic for what's up next, everybody.
800-990-3776. Thanks, Ron.
Good grief. I'd rather hear from Dan Graziano, if I'm being honest, because he actually knows something. Let's hear about Bank 5-9.
Oh, Bank 5-9. I could go all day about how Bank 5-9 is making lives better. That's because they're doing it nonstop. That is their mission statement after all. Bank 5-9, making lives better. They do, of course, do that for their customers. They provide the best financial services anywhere in southeastern Wisconsin because they've been named the prestigious Community Choice Award as Best Bank in the Milwaukee area. With plenty of branch locations all across southeastern Wisconsin, they serve their customers to the utmost. Not only that, their employees, they've been named a top workplace for 16 straight years, but what they really hang their hat on, what they're really proud of, is how they make lives better in the communities around us. Volunteerism, charitable giving, so present in making lives better, not only in the people that they serve directly, but who they serve in their community. So if you're looking for that true local community bank that wants to make your life a little bit better, then check out Bank 5-9 at bank59.com. Member FDIC.
It is Kyle Bruston-Ortman, the 414 Hour at 4, presented by Siding Unlimited. Shout out to Eric Brown. Siding Unlimited came to our offices, got to spend some time with him today. Loves Kyle's gyrations on YouTube. He didn't say that. But he might like him. I don't know.
But why would you say that?
Because I wanted to see your reaction because you like when people praise you.
I sure do, especially when they're partners.
We'll be back with more Kyle Bruston-Ortman next.
Gyration.
This is Kyle Bruston-Ortman.
So in my short time here, I've come to learn about these things. I call them Strofe days, where he's doing something for himself, and then he just wipes his calendar, regardless of how it may affect other people.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Still dealing with an accident eastbound on 94, basically at 84th or just east of 84th Street, off on the right shoulder. We're making for some delays back through the Zoo interchange all the way to about Hawley Road. On southbound 894, that's solidly backed up out of the Zoo interchange all the way down past National Avenue, where you'll find another accident. That one has the right lane blocked, so it's going to be a tight squeeze through there. Otherwise, southbound 41, heavy from the county line all the way past Good Hope Road, all the way down to Capitol Drive. Northbound's backed up from Mayfair Road up to Hampton. Traffic is brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee. Packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily. For your satisfaction is their plan of action. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, clear and cool, a low of 35. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, rain likely at night with a high of 53. Weather's brought to you by Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center in Waukesha. Play over 2,000 courses, including that famous one with the green jackets. Book your bay at wisconsinindoorgolfcenter.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazga on 94.5
victory,
ESPN.
the superior taste of a Michelob Ultra. Just 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. Join me, Will Summers, in the ESPN Milwaukee Street Team this Friday at Bullwinkle's in Brookfield as the Bucks take on Chicago at 7 p.m. We'll have prizes, ice-cold Michelob Ultra, and a chance for you to win a pair of Ultra Club Bucks Suite tickets for a game later this season. Michelob Ultra, the official beer sponsor of your Milwaukee Bucks. Also enjoy Michelob Ultra at 3rd Street Market Hall in downtown Milwaukee, Club Paragon in Greenfield, and Deer Camp in Milwaukee.
The Previent Law Firm has document imaging technology from James Imaging Systems. The firm's office manager, Chris Wilms. Chris, why James?
I like the fact that the company is local.
Locally owned and managed for over 40 years.
I've toured their facility, which is amazing in itself. It's run by some very wonderful, family-oriented people.
James Imaging Systems, AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, digital transformation, all backed by real, old-fashioned local service and expertise from great people.
And I can always get a hold of my representative, who I have on speed dial, or I have a cell phone.
It's pretty much that way with the entire team at James.
Yes, I'm always getting very responsive answers when I call tech support.
James Imaging Systems.
So it's very important that I have a local, responsive company to keep us up and going.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Call 262-781-7700.
This holiday season, celebrate where Milwaukee comes together. 3rd Street Market Hall. Whether you're planning a private party, a semi-private gathering, or a festive social night out, we've got the space, the flavor, and the fun to make it unforgettable. With incredible local food vendors, craft cocktails, and built-in entertainment like shuffleboard, games, and more, your group will have a holiday party they'll talk about all year long. Visit thirdstreetmarkethall.com for more information on booking your event.
Is it time to buy an engagement ring?
Or a big anniversary diamond?
Kessler's has diamonds that come from diamond mines.
And we also have diamonds that come from plasma chambers.
When you see the size of the diamond you can afford when you look at our high-tech newborn created diamonds,
you're going to be happy, happy, happy.
And with approved credit, our financing plans make anything possible.
Our selection of engagement rings is beyond compare.
And our custom design department can modify any ring in any way you choose.
Anyone who says they can give you a better ring
or a better diamond
or a better price
has never been to Kessler's.
And our miraculous no small print warranty says,
if you bought it at Kessler's, it's guaranteed.
It's just that simple.
And all maintenance is free forever.
No charge.
Yes, it really is that miraculous.
You found a partner you want to share your life with.
When you're ready to celebrate,
we've got a diamond for that.
Find the Kessler's nearest you at KesslersDiamonds.com.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I'm at the top of the mountain.
There's just nothing worse than feeling pain, right? You're probably hearing my voice and feeling the pain in your knees, your hips, your shoulders, or your back. And I'm here to tell you that QC Kinetics is here to give you a long-term solution. Stay off the injury report of life and go to QC Kinetics if you're feeling that joint pain, whatever it's from. Could be arthritis, could be an old injury, whatever it is, QC Kinetics has a solution for you. No surgery, no pain pills, no long recovery, just your body remembering how to feel healthy again. They're the nation's leader in cellular therapy, and they're going to be able to give you those natural healing factors to repair that damaged tissue, reduce inflammation, and relieve pain at its source. And now is the perfect time to go to QC Kinetics because this Veterans Day, QC Kinetics is giving back to our heroes. Veterans will get $500 off their treatment, and for every non-veteran who starts care, QC Kinetics will donate $500 to the Wounded Warrior Project. So if you're a veteran, now is the perfect time to go to QC Kinetics and get that joint pain gone for the long term. And if you're not, now's the perfect time to support a dear and important nonprofit in the Wounded Warrior Project. Get your free consultation by making the phone call today to QC Kinetics at 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
Kyle Bruston Norton with you till 5 o'clock right here on ESPN Milwaukee. Get us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee as well. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and Text line. Lot of talk about the Green Bay Packers even into Wednesday because there's sort of this feeling of who are the Green Bay Packers. Their record says 5-2-1, but the play on the field tells people otherwise. We'll hear from Dan Graziano, who joined on Sportsman this morning across ESPN Wisconsin and ESPN Radio in the mornings.
I do think they're a good team. I think they play like a young team, a young, talented team, which is what they are. And they can beat anybody on any given week because they have that kind of talent, but they can also make enough mistakes to lose to anybody on any given week. So do you get that ironed out by the time the playoffs start? I think the Packers will be fine. I don't think the Packers have to win their division to be a threat in the playoffs, but interesting to see how they look going forward. The negative that I took out of Sunday was the Tucker Kraft injury.
Dan Graziano on Sportsman there in the morning. He is the closest I've heard to anyone in Kyle's camp of they're a good team. I think they can make some noise in the playoffs, even if they don't win their division. Tucker Kraft is gone. I guess, Strofe, you wrote something that I found really intriguing. From a beat anyone and lose to anyone thing. What a crazy concept that let's take a quick vote. Do we all believe that the 2025 Packers are better than the 2024?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're more complete.
Yeah.
And the quarterback's healthy.
And Micah Parsons.
So it is fascinating.
That's kind of what I was alluding to.
To think as we look at the schedule and we look at the games that they lost, it's to teams that, A, they're better than. B, situationally, they've been bad. And when they tied, it was situationally bad against the Cowboys. Last year, the team couldn't beat teams that were better than them.
So couldn't.
And now we're seeing the inverse.
Well, the other part of that, though, Benny, is last year they didn't lose to teams worse than them, with exception to when Malik Willis played a half against the Bears in Week 18. Right? They're only.
That's the thing. I don't even count that.
I don't really either. But 7 losses last year. 6 of them were to the Eagles, the Vikings, and Lions, who all had better records than them. And then the one loss, which I agree with you, we don't really count, to the Bears, which means they just didn't lose to teams worse than them. And then they've done it twice and tied with a team I think we would all agree is worse than them in the Cowboys. So it's 3 games you didn't win that you probably should have this year. That didn't happen last year. And that's the part that bothers me, because we're now using the excuse, which I've said in the offseason, I hate this as an excuse. While it is true that the youngest team in the league, they're a young team, they're a young team, they're a young team playing like a young team. They're a young team, sure, but they're a young team having different issues than they had when they were younger. And that's the problem I have with what's going on.
Who are you putting that on?
I think there's a few options, but the main one would be coaching.
It's not even a few options. There's one option.
Yeah, when he said, that was my biggest takeaway from the clip, they play like a young team. That's not a compliment. That's a dig of sorts, because young teams, they don't play discipline. They don't stay focused. Week in and week out, they're not the same team. So the idea that this team is young in age, potentially, but they're not young in experience. And it's finally time for them to turn the corner and no longer play like a young team. I can forgive a team for just not being as good as another team. I felt like that last year with the Packers versus the Lions. I just felt like the Lions were just a better team. Better players, better coaches. Maybe the Packers could beat them on any given Sunday, but the reality is the Lions are a better team. It's frustrating when you square up against teams that you know aren't as good as you. That is a reflection of a young team and a mature team that isn't taking the maturity steps. So when Don Graziano calls these guys a young team, that's not a compliment. That's a negative.
Yeah, and it's an excuse, and that's something that they have to get rid of, that excuse. For me, when I look at this football team, the lack of sense of urgency that we see comes from the fact that they're just not mentally focused the way they need to be in there. Last year, they understood that they were not good enough to beat the Minnesota Vikings because they weren't a better team than the Vikings, they weren't a better team than the Lions or the Eagles. So they understood there was zero room for any type of, gap of performing well against those bad teams, or they may find themselves out of the playoffs. This year, they have a little bit of a cushion. They stuff don't stink. They beat the Lions, so they feel a little bit too confident. And to me, it just comes down to leadership. It comes down to coaching, and it comes down to just being plain lazy, not being mentally focused in. You fellas get paid good money to go in there to execute each and every week. It is on Matt LaFleur for them to understand
with the talent
that they cannot have lapses. They can't have games like this. Let this Carolina Panther game be it. You're going to play the New York Giants in a couple weeks. I know we're focused on the Eagles. You better whoop the New York Giants. We don't want to see any mental lapse where you have a dogfight against the Giants because you just are not playing up to your potential because you are not locked in and focused. And I am staunchly disagreeing with Dan Graziano when he said that this Green Bay Packer team doesn't need to win the division. Yes, they do. They need to win the division. They haven't won diddly squat poo since Jordan Love has been the quarterback. A playoff game is nice, but it ain't like winning a division. They need to establish winning the NFC North by knocking off the Lions to get themselves confidence and get themselves a home game in the playoffs. So that's why not just making it to the playoffs is important. They've been there, done that. They already did that. Now it's time to take that next step, and that first step is winning the NFC North. So they must win the NFC North this year.
Yeah, the hard part is I agree with all that, but you're looking at a team that has so many opportunities thus far to be able to distance themselves, and they're still in first. And I think that's the frustrating part, knowing that it is a bit harder with how the NFL's played out through these 9 games, and what your schedule looks 8 games, and what your schedule looks like on the back end of these 9 games. You have a lot of division games, and you have some pretty strong opponents outside of your division, outside of the one that I'm blanking on that's no good.
Outside your
the
division,
Giants,
Giants?
yes. Yeah. Outside of the division, which, as you mentioned, Kyle, everyone's got a winning record. The Giants are the Giants. Other than that, you got the Ravens, the Broncos, and the Eagles, and they're no slouches.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have plenty of opportunity to show that they can be a contending team. I mean, we talk about can they beat good teams? Yes, they checked that off against the Detroit Lions. But boy, oh boy, they're going to have plenty of opportunity to show that they can beat good teams and then not fall to teams like the New York Giants, because if you're going to be a championship team, you can't fall to those kind of teams, and you just can't keep on repeating the same mistakes, which we've seen year in and year out.
Otherwise, I'm going to see Kyle with tears in his eyes.
Can't have
tears
that. Don't want
home.
that.
Nope, don't want that whatsoever.
Tears in his home.
Oh, don't want to have tears in my home either. I thought you said tears in my eyes. But tears in my home would be tears in my eyes. I guess so too. And I don't want you to. You won't have any tears in your eyes if you get windows with Universal Windows Direct. And we're deep into the fall now. And if you've been putting off those home improvement projects, this is your reminder. The cold weather is on the way, and one of the smartest upgrades you can make is replacing those old drafty windows before the winter hits. Universal Windows Direct is making it easier than ever to do just that. Right now, when you buy 2 windows, you get 2 free with no limit. That alone is a great deal, but it gets even better. You'll also get 36 months of 0% financing with equal payments, same as cash. And I just saw a little secret. I was talking about $500 bonus. A $1,000 bonus is coming. And Universal Windows Direct doesn't just deliver great products. They make the whole process easy, from the free in-home estimate to the professional installation. You're in great hands. So call today, 414-410-2000, or visit universalwindowsdirect.com to schedule your free in-home estimate. And I promise you, you'll be walking around saying, just like me, I love my windows.
Wheel of Strophe.
Wheel of Strophe
is next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN.
Brad.
Kyle.
I know
Kyle.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
94 eastbound. We have a crash at about 76th Street off on the right shoulder, so that's going to tighten things up a bit coming out of the zoo. As a matter of fact, actually coming from Highway 100 all the way to Hawley Road. We've got another crash on 894 southbound right about at National Avenue. The right lane is still blocked with that one. That's backing things up through the zoo up to about Blue Mound Road, so that's something to definitely keep in mind. Southbound 43 backing up from Capitol Drive down through the Marquette and over the high-rise. More delays then from Beecher Street to the KK River crossing. Northbound's backed up out of the Marquette all the way up to North Avenue. So factor those into your ride this afternoon. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, clear and cool, a low of 35. Tomorrow, partly cloudy with rain likely at night, a high of 53. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
You want in on the autumn action at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee? Of course you do. With 300 $1,000 in prizes, who wouldn't? November 1st through the 20th, play with your rewards card for entries. Thursdays, pick your win from a prize board. At the end of the night, all leftover prizes go to one winner in a jackpot drawing. Autumn action. It's going down at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at more than 25 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that's Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
Well, no action at Tuesday's trade deadline in the NFL, but the Packers still in first place of the NFC North at 5-2-1 following last weekend's loss to the Carolina Panthers. As the Packers get ready to host the Philadelphia Eagles on Monday Night Football, head coach Matt LaFleur says there's still a lot of football left to be played.
The reality is we're 5-2-1 with 10 games remaining and everything right out in front of us. So that's the mindset, that's the approach, and that's what we're going to do.
Despite 2 bad losses so far this season, the Packers still 2.5-point favorites Monday night at Lambeau Field. I'm Alex Stroh.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
Concerned about fraud? Tri-City's got your back. Use debit card alerts. Help stop a card hack. You'll get notified when your card's being used so you can prevent your account from abuse. Tri-City National Bank, member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Brittany Miller from Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more. Custom T-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, hats, you name it, we can do it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more is family owned and all about celebrating life's big moments. Maybe it's a milestone birthday, a celebration for your child's first goal, or that work fundraising event. We are everyone's printer. No minimum orders, affordable designs, and help straight from me and our team. We're the one-stop shop for all your custom needs. Start your project today at bigfrog.com/Mequon.
At Gruber Law Offices, we've helped tens of thousands of families after a serious accident. Our priority has always been our clients. We're here for you whenever you may need us. One call, that's all.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Every time I drive home from this wonderful program back to the estate, all I can think about is, man, my car is so clean. It's an almost 10-year-old car at this point, but it feels like I just drove it right off the lot. And that is all thanks to Tsunami Express Car Wash. They have top-tier clean for a car that you spent enough money on that you got to make sure you take care of it. And listen to this deal from Tsunami Express Car Wash. This Veterans Day, Monday, November 11th, which is coming up here in 5 days, all U.S. veterans and active duty service members will enjoy a free car wash at any Tsunami Express location. It's Tsunami Express's way to say thank you for your service and everything you do for our country. There's many convenient locations all across the Milwaukee area, so there's always a Tsunami Express nearby you. So stop in, relax, let them take care of you the way that you took care of us. Tsunami Express Car Wash is proving it's another way it is the go-to premier car wash of the Milwaukee area. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat.
On the Carbless Talk and Text line, Dan on the 414. Kyle, you're delusional if you think they're winning the division. The Lions are infinitely better. Chef Ed chiming in. They're not winning the division. Kyle, you just don't get it.
What's crazy?
Oh, wow.
Wait a minute. Time out. Wait a minute. I know sometimes I can be a little wonky. What, Brad, help me. What's the Lions' record this year?
They're
5-3.
Okay. What's the Lions' record in the division this year?
Okay.
That's very specific.
1-2.
1-2.
1-2. They beat the snot of the Bears.
And the Packers, they beat the Lions.
Okay, so I'm just confused about how I'm delusional about the Packers not being able to beat a team they already beat in the Lions football team that obviously they are talented, but they just lost to the damn Vikings with J.J. McCarthy at quarterback coming back out for injury.
I would say I have more faith in the Lions responding in their next game than I do the Packers based off their head coach.
Cool, that's fine, but to sit here and say that it is out the realm of possibility.
It's not out the realm.
No, that's what delusional means, that you're crazy. I don't think it's crazy to think that. But I don't think it's crazy to think the Packers could win the NFC North, especially when they have 5 games left in the NFC North. And they started off 1-0 against a team that they needed to beat.
It's certainly it's pretty neck and neck. I wouldn't say that it's a foregone conclusion that the Lions or Packers would do it. I think the Packers certainly are capable. They just need to turn it on and turn it on ASAP.
If the Packers lost to the Vikings, we'd be sitting here saying, "Oh, the Packers aren't that great."
Packers are the favorites to win the NFC North over at Potawatomi Sportsbook. Plus 105. The Lions plus 135. So maybe they're delusional. Wheel of Stroke.
Thank you, Ben Bruss.
It's time for the
Wheel of
Stroke.
Another day, another buckaroonie on the Wheel of Stroke. I've got a wheel, I've got topics, I've got opinions, I've got questions. Hopefully you've got answers and opinions also. Let's spin it.
I'll have opinions as long as you don't set me up with something that is outside of my realm.
Oh, Stroke. Best spin you've had in a while, Stroke.
That was a really good spin.
And get down and give me 20.
All right.
I need to do some.
That was such a good spin.
I think I need to do something too. I'm playing padel today. Padel.
What's that?
It's a sport that's like tennis. It's like paddleball, but with a tennis ball, and it's 4 walls at Padel MKE. I'm so
it's like
excited.
squash?
No.
Hey, by the way, how are you doing with your running?
0.56 miles. I got to do a little bit more running.
So you need to do it, what is that, 9?
Oh, tomorrow's Thursday, isn't it?
2.96.
Oh, wow. This snuck up on him, huh?
2.96 miles by...
Yeah, he had to run 3.5 miles.
Friday afternoon.
And 3.5 miles.
So I have to...
2.96. You might want to not pedal and just run tonight.
No, I'm a pedal, and I'll probably run after that.
Wow.
I'll probably run
Ain't
after
no
that.
way he's going to pedal and be like, yeah, I'm going to run now.
No, I'm going to run when I get home. I'm going to run probably 4.5
Is that your treadmill that you showed us a video of?
Yeah.
In your home?
Yeah.
Wheel! I need a treadmill or something in my basement.
Yeah,
I don't care.
I got a whole workout facility down there. Yeah, you know,
Kyle's
you're too cheap to
back.
pay a monthly membership.
Yeller!
Again.
Yeller!
Oh, a yeller.
Oh. Well, let's talk about dogs again.
Oh, no.
He's joking.
No, I'm not. I seriously, I just can't get over this Tom Brady
No,
cloning
you're
dog
not
story.
doing the same. You're not recycling the topic.
We're not recycling.
No,
change?
I was gonna ask which member of this panel could we use 2 of?
None of us.
Yeah. Didn't y'all ask me who we cloned yesterday?
The airwaves
so.
couldn't handle another.
Wow, this is a...
Are you mailing it in?
for real?
Wait, no, we did that yesterday?
Yes.
When?
I think
I was in Madison.
During the Wheel of Stroke when you asked about the dog.
I asked you which member of the show would we clone?
No, you said
I think I asked
who
that.
would we individually clone. And I said
Oh,
myself.
we talked about your baby girl, I think.
And I
somebody
joked.
texted in that. Oh wait, we didn't read that one.
And I
Wait,
joked
what did somebody
Detective
text in?
Strofe already discovered that too many Brads is a nightmare from cloning me
and
from
then we never
23andMe.
played that.
Wait a
Okay,
minute.
never mind. My bad.
Wait,
No,
what did
no,
somebody
no.
text in?
Get down and give me 20 more push-ups for blowing that Wheel of Stroke.
Who texted in about baby girl and clones?
It wasn't about baby girl.
Baby girl.
gonna clone me?
No, somebody else. All right.
Green for money.
Did you see? No. Did you see this goal in the NHL last night?
No.
The one where the net wasn't on the thing.
No.
Was it on the goal?
Yeah.
Hey, guys, come with lots of opinions. I'm going to ask you a question about a goal being scored in hockey without a net.
I saw the Panthers scored 7 goals.
This is just
yesterday.
turned into, did you see this?
That's very true. Did you see
Did
that?
you see this? Did you hear
Why
about
was
this?
the net
So,
on?
so the goalie was like messing with it, and then the puck went through, but there was no net, and it was in overtime when the Wild, that's the team that plays in Minnesota, beat
Oh,
Predators
wow.
in Nashville, and there was no net, and then they had to have a whole discussion. This was like well after midnight. It was insane.
You
And-
got to get some sleep.
Why? I
Why,
like
was
watching
why was
sports.
a hockey game on after midnight in Minnesota?
Because it went to overtime.
Still.
Did you watch it?
What are we?
might not have been.
This stinks to the high
wait,
heavens.
wait. Were you
This is a
watching
made-up
this
story.
No, this is a real story.
Wild
Look at Wild
Predators.
Even if it is.
Dude, my search tab is ridiculous sometimes when I look at it at the end of the show. I got overwhelmed. I had what was the
Why'd you
stupid
Google
Rube
overwhelmed?
Goldberg.
because we Rude Goldberg.
Yeah,
we had
I
to look
had
up
to Google
overwhelmed
that
if it
one.
was
Do you
one
remember
or two
doing the Rube
words.
Goldberg project?
It wasn't.
though?
It was overcomplicated. But you said what?
Do you remember doing Rube Goldberg project?
No, I do not.
That I believe was state mandated. What's Whitefish Bay doing?
Well, Whitefish Bay is the #1
Hey,
school.
did
in
you
the
see
state.
this?
Oh, cool.
Did you see the sheep that took a ride on a high-speed train while wearing a diaper?
No, why did it have a diaper on?
So in case it needed to pee, it didn't go all over the train.
Wait, how far did it go?
No, this is a good did you see.
All right.
This is a part of the reel needs to be
breaking news about Alex Strofe being a fraud.
Did you see?
The AP put out an article at 10:03 p.m. Central. You must have been watching the replay of the damn game.
After the Bucks game.
That adds up. I was watching some college ball last night.
It went into overtime. That's what it was on so late. Like,
well
what,
past
bro?
midnight.
What?
Why does the time matter?
Because you were trying to flex. Oh, it's past midnight. I was watching the Wild and Predators.
I never said I was watching it.
Wait,
You sort of let us to believe
you let
that
us.
you were.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the Polish sheep wearing a diaper?
A lot of people wear diapers, Strofe. One day you'll wear
But not a
diapers.
sheep.
Baby sheeps wear diapers.
Do we need to cancel Wheel of Strofe? 800-990-3776. Carbless talking text line.
So what would you do if you walked out a train and there was a sheep wearing a diaper?
I would say this is
Go
an
the
odd
other
train.
direction.
You wouldn't take the train?
I'd probably
go to a different train car.
You afraid of sheep?
Yeah, I would just hop in another car.
I don't want to be with any livestock.
And it was determined it wasn't illegal.
Why would it be illegal?
Because it's a form of public transit and you're bringing on a sheep wearing a diaper.
Why was it in a diaper? So it didn't defecate on the train?
Strofe,
what
you
I
did
just
an
said.
awful job of describing what happened in the Minnesota Wild game. You said the net fell off. Did he not?
Well, some of
Said
it.
the goalie was tinkering with it.
The net, the actual goal moved. That was the issue, I believe. The goal.
Yeah, the
the net
moorings. Not the net.
The goal. The actual goal moved. So
He
said the net came off.
It's not you're lying
It's not.
and making stuff up. You were watching a game at midnight and lying about the net falling off.
I said a portion of the net.
Did the sheep even actually ride a train in a diaper?
No, I'm
He
watching
dreamed
this.
it.
I'm watching the video.
Homer Nax, goodness gracious.
Oh my God.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman.
Here's the worst thing that happened about Brad Nortman producing Kyle Bruston Nortman, and is Kyle, you know what's going to happen? He's going to have so much softness in his heart for producers.
I lost the guy.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Are you looking for a way to make an impact this holiday season? Donate to Life Navigators Soap Suds Drive. It's simple. Your donation of body wash, hand soap, lotion, or laundry pods will help local kids and adults with disabilities stay safe, happy, and healthy all year. Please consider donating this holiday season to the Life Navigators Soap Suds Drive. Learn more on how you can donate at lifenavigators.org. Life Navigators has been your disability partner for 75 years. Learn more at lifenavigators.org.
Hey, it's Gary Ellison for Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center. Looking to escape the cold or take a midday break? Get your game on at Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center, where it's always golf season. Play more than 2,000 courses, including over 50 right here in Wisconsin. And even that famous course where they hand out green jackets. Top tech simulators, great food, and the best Bloody Marys around. This is your year-round slice of summer. Bays start at just $35 an hour, Monday through Friday. Book your bay today at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
My husband's an animal in bed.
Well, you know.
Not in the fun way. Think warthog. With a chainsaw.
Snoring and sleep apnea affect over 90 million people, and 1 out of 4 couples sleep in separate rooms. Advent can help. We've been Milwaukee's one-stop solution for nasal congestion, snoring, and sleep apnea for over 20 years. Unlike many other practices, we focus exclusively on these conditions, so you get comprehensive care under one roof. Advent's unique approach can help you breathe and sleep better, and many avoid a CPAP. Plus, most insurance is accepted for our effective 20-minute in-office treatments.
Hey, the only animal you want in your bed is your dog.
Advent. Sleep better. Sleep together. Learn how you can improve your life at adventknows.com.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
With your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, I'm Will Summers. This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week honors go to Homestead Junior quarterback Lee Zortman, who led the Highlanders to a thrilling 27-20 win over West Bend West to clinch the North Shore Conference title. Zortman rushed rushed 13 times for 139 yards and 2 touchdowns, including a 54-yard sprint to the end zone early in the first quarter, but his biggest moment came late, engineering a 10-play, 54-yard drive and finishing it himself with a 1-yard game-winning score with just a minute and 38 seconds remaining. With the win, Homestead maintained a perfect 9-0 overall record and a 7-0 conference record. Congratulations to this week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Homestead High School's Lee Zortman.
The delicious taste of victory deserves something equally superior. Cheer on your team with Michelob Ultra. At 2.6 carbs and 95 calories, it's a superior, smooth taste worth playing for. Grab a Michelob Ultra Superior Light beer as you cheer your team on. Michelob Ultra, official beer sponsor of the Milwaukee Bucks. Enjoy a Michelob Ultra at Kelly's Bleachers on Blue Mound in Milwaukee, Harp in Milwaukee, Root River Center in Franklin, and the New Fashioned in Milwaukee. Please enjoy responsibly.
Catholic Memorial football lives here. The Crusaders are marching to Madison.
Williams Jr., who's straight up the middle with a first down and more.
Catholic Memorial battles Mount Horeb Barneveld in a postseason showdown you can't miss. The drive to win a state title continues, and we've got every snap. Brought to you by R&R Insurance, D&M Accounting and Consulting Services, Curative Care, Home Sealed Exteriors, and Tony Wendorf and Associate. Tune in Friday at 7 on 94.5 ESPN and streaming live video at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Radio legend.
I don't care. I wanted to talk to Brett Musburger. That was for my own personal benefit. I hope other people enjoyed it, but I wish I was Brett Musburger. How about that?
Voice of Marquette basketball.
Joplin to the basket. Oh, wow. Hammer time.
And owner of the most famous catchphrase, at least in this building.
Oh, baby, that's sweet.
It's time for Uncle Homer on Kyle Brust and Nortman.
T-minus 6 days until baby Will's closet is completely renovated and transformed in his bedroom. Thank you to Lifetime Home Services for doing that and so much more. Lifetime Home Services is known for handling it all under one roof. Some of the many things they specialize in: radon safety, cleaner air like HVAC and furnace, custom closets like what baby Will's gonna get, full home renovations. That sounds pretty improving of your home. Cabinetry, epoxy floors for your garage. Listen up, homeowners who want to make sure that your garage is nice and safe in the winter time. So much storage. Everything you need is under Lifetime Home Services. I know that when we are being able to put in next Tuesday, Baby Will's closet in, we're going to enjoy the transformation that only Lifetime Home Services can do for us. For over 30 years, families have trusted Lifetime to make their homes safer and better looking. Count ours is one of those. Trusted solutions, lifetime results. Schedule today at lifetimehomeservices.com.
Kyle Brust and Norman leading into the Homer Hour. Homer, did you see that Giannis Antetokounmpo wants to suit up with the Marquette Golden Eagles?
Sure.
He tweeted. He was asking if he had eligibility, if he could play tonight.
I'm sure he does, yeah. There are guys that are going from the G League to college basketball, of course. I think he could play. I think,
would he break Marcus Howard's record in his first game?
40.5? No. No.
You don't think
no
he
chance.
Can do that?
Excuse me?
You don't think if
Just what I said. He's not going to score 40.5. No.
Southern. You're telling me that Giannis couldn't score 40 points in one half in a college basketball game?
I said he wouldn't. He could, but he wouldn't.
Why wouldn't he just go all out and posterize him?
You don't need to explain yourself, Brad. Homer's wrong again.
Fine, yes.
Yeah, he scored 26 points in one quarter one time. So
in the NBA?
Yeah.
I
mean,
no, he played for Marquette. He would not score 40 points and a half.
That should be your discount liquor Twitter poll. If Giannis did play for Marquette,
what's the question? Could he or would he?
Why would he not?
No, he would not.
Why not?
Why not?
Boredom.
He could be bored and put up 40.5.
No. Well, I mean, again, I'm assuming you were talking about a decent, a good team.
Fine. It could be against the best team in the country.
No, he's not going to score 40.5. No. Could he? I don't know. We're not really arguing about how good he is. If he wanted to, he could score every point.
Exactly. Which means he would score over 40.5.
No. Well, okay, fine. We're judging. I'm judging it based on the Giannis I know. So, but I think actually, the bigger question is, I believe he has college eligibility.
That shouldn't.
Yeah, with these new rules,
guess.
I don't know what is considered amateur or not.
Well, they're not. They're pros. But I'm saying it's just a question of the guys are coming out of the G League and going into college,
which is great for them if it doesn't work out.
Are you against that, Homer?
No, I'm for everything.
There's got to be significantly more money in college than the G League.
It's just, I mean, as Jay Billis has said, the college sports generated $16 billion. So, and the majority is football and men's basketball. So clearly they deserve more than an education. Pretty simple. But it's not, I mean, it's just odd. It's just different. Look at somebody's, making $1 million. I mean, I would think someone like you, Ben, it would be, you'd look at it and go, Ben, you're $1 million a year player in today's college basketball. If I were you,
Ben.
it'd bother me.
It sucks. I literally was just thinking about if you could ask Jay Billis to represent getting payback beyond 2016 because it sucks.
I would assume somebody's gonna. Right, I assume somebody's going to sue before then. I don't know how you stop then.
Yeah, I'm going to sue Whitewater, too.
Arbitrary number. Just said 2016.
It was 10 years or back from, I don't know, there must be some qualifications. I'm not a lawyer.
I don't know how they
decide
how far back they were going to go.
But why? There has to be something that stopped them from going further because, you could also argue if they're going back 10 years, why aren't they going, there shouldn't be anything that stops them from going back even further. If there was revenue generated beyond 2016, what's stopping from paying back people beyond 2016? I feel like I have a valid argument there, and I'm not a lawyer. I just want to make that very clear.
I'm sure you do, but there's not, at some point, there's not enough money. But the answer to your question is I don't know. But I know if I was playing the year before the payment started, David Gruber, one call, that's all. Yes, it doesn't seem fair.
Homer, have you've been doing this a long time. Have you observed a change in the student athletes since they've been being paid?
No, none.
They're the same people? They're just getting richer?
Yes, I'm not around them all enough. The only experience I had was we had a delay on a flight coming home because the plane something hit the plane. So we're waiting, and I'm going, I got to get back for the Pack game. And so I went to Tyler Kolick, and I said, Tyler, come on, charter up a plane. I got to get back. And he turns to somebody else on the team who clearly must have been his financial guy. He says, hey, we got the money? The guy goes, yeah. He goes, Homer, we're getting a charter, but you're not on it.
Oh.
He didn't actually get a charter.
Yeah, no, I respect
the standpoint
the
of,
agent.
no, they don't seem, anybody watching, I don't think there's a belief that the players aren't playing as hard. It appears It appears exactly the same to me. Now, how I would be as a player, if the money to me would tell me how much they want me. If you're not giving me much money, then I assume you don't want me to play. And the question is how the team's going to be built. You can't give a lot of money to 10 guys because are you going to give that money if the person's not playing? All these particulars, I don't have any idea because nobody ever says anything, and so I don't really.
Homer, you know what's
what's
interesting is someone who was in the college basketball coaching and recruiting.
Yeah, you could find out.
And so he reached out to me because one of his players that he coached in AAU and got recruited to a D1 school was, it's the age old, you go to the school, you're a freshman, you don't play, and he's like, hey, I'm going to connect you, and I got in a group text with this kid. He's like, do you mind helping him out? He's a freshman, he's struggling, he's not cracking the rotation. I'm like, damn, I got to tell this kid who's crying he's not playing right now while he's making all this money just sitting on the bench, meanwhile I was crying making no money?
Yeah, I definitely take that check.
Yes, that's right. Yes, you do.
It's crazy.
Well, find somebody else or charge a fee.
Yeah, no, my advice
but I mean, the reality is, if you're a freshman, you're likely, to me, going to go where the most money is, assuming you're going to play. But if you don't play, then I don't know how you can keep getting the money, right? I mean, Tony Romo said it best when he was talking to the Cowboys. He said, I want more money because the more you give me, the more you're